Trouble. Watch out. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down. Hey. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance? Boy, trouble. Watch out. Watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down. Hey, watch you wicked them all. Say the wicked them all. And come down. Talk to me. We say how we are gonna do this. Boy, ready? Very good. Boy, we say how we are gonna do this. Yes, we go down. Boy, sit down there.
Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food, pan we plate. People are suffer, while Andrew live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through, and left the people here. 6 months later, them still out, asleep under the air. Their JLP friends, them build high rise, road still full of hope. A whose pocket do I fill, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. You always have excuse, always pass the blame. Every time something wrong, it never go in your name. Jamaica a drown and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in your politics we ever see. Boldness, time to go, time to go. The people, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Boldness, time to go, time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Boldness, time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You're bringing the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan. But 10 years later, we still can't understand. Corruption report land and nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Who's crack up parish council, bro? Country suffocating down and it just more. And when we raise the voice of call, we political. But the truth is the truth and the truth is biblical. Boldness, time to go. Time to go. The people, let's say no. We say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Boldness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Boldness, our time to go. We know our no hype, we know our no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people COVID empty. Oh, you live so large when we live in so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate, Jamaica speaking, and I'm not too late. Time to go, the people. We say no, 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Oh yes, our time to go. This one is for every Jamaican. Walk your 4 feet. We are sleep on cardboard. We are drive on broken road. The people don't forget. The people don't forgive. Enough is enough. Jamaicans will live.
I know why you come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right side of that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.
Hello, welcome. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Happy Tuesday to those in television land. Happy Tuesday to our silent supporters. Happy Tuesday to everyone in the chat. Hope everyone had a wonderful and productive start to the week. Remember, guys, when you come in, thumbs up the live, share us out if you can. And if you're new to the channel, please show us some support by subscribing. That will be greatly appreciated. Tonight's topic is Tcn Devastating Evidence with your host Mystic Sensation, which is Baron and Anne-Marie. We also have Melting Pot in the building, and we should be joined by Daisy Magazine, and also maybe later on Mr. Rattigan. He has something going on, but if he gets through in time, then he will join us. All right, so I am going to give an umbrella welcome to everyone in the chat because there's quite a number of persons in the chat already. So an umbrella welcome to everyone, and a special shout out to all our channel members and to all of our moderators. And without any delay, I am going to hand over to Baron to start the discussion.
Okay, thank you for that, Lady Mystic. Really appreciate that. And when I look, Brother Melting Pot appears to be younger, right? Seems like youthfulness, right, still lingers there, Melting Pot, right?
Well, my season is a bit different from what is happening. I'm in the spring while you're in summer, so I'm blooming.
Wow, it seems like you have visited the fountain of youth. All right. Well, Jamaica, as you see the topic, of course, on the thumbnail, devastating evidence as it relates to the TCN, right? Last week, I said, let me just build a background here before I just ask Melting Pot to meet and greet. Tonight is going to be very interesting. Let me say that. Last week, I said that the United States did not initiate, right, Jamaica as it relates to TCN. And this is why it is devastating in terms of the facts that we are going to present, right? And what was the ulterior motive why Jamaica initiated, right, the program, right? And so then obviously it is greed, corruption, right, and a serious threat of us losing our sovereignty. So all of that will be unfold tonight with solid evidence that the Jamaica Labour Party cannot be disputed. I'm not asking them, right? We have done our research, very solid, right? We have certain evidence that is going to show, right, as it relates to the evil of Andrew Holness administration. So without any delay, let me just have Brother Melting Pot meet and greet his people. Brother Melting Pot.
Blessing everyone. Greetings and love and adoration. It's a blessing to be here once again on a Tuesday night, you know, representing the Mystic Sensation Live. As usual, you know, we bring all facts to the table. Yeah. So I just want to bless up everyone as usual worldwide. Yeah, people from UK, Canada, United States, Caribbean, Europe, down in the Pacific, you know, places like Australia and New Zealand. African countries, big up on themselves same way. Yeah, and to the local people, them in all of the various community, enough love and blessings same way. One umbrella greetings to you all. And to the host, blessing as usual. Technical director, enough love and blessings same way with the whole finger behind the scene. You know, and we just this with it right now, and we are sending love and blessings same way to the leader, the opposition, and the party member. And to all blood and fire comrades, stand strong, because tonight, revelation time, you know, around here, so we are going to reveal a lot of things that it relate to, you know, current affairs in the country. Where we see government try to, you know, undermine the citizen, yeah, by not respecting the rights of the people. So, you know, we have to come and talk on them subject matter there. And, you know, just make it be real, because we have to keep it real around here. And back the floor to the host.
All right, well said, Melting Pot. But before I start, you know, I have to definitely say an umbrella welcome to all my peeps in the chat. I have seen where Paul Wilson, right, really, you know, start the vibes in terms of the interaction, and you know, Paul Wilson keep my day, you know, energized in terms of, you know, me reading through, right, most of what he communicated, and I want to tell him thanks, to continue to do that, engage the chat in a very positive way, that you continue to do that. So big up yourself, Paul, and for all my, usual people who have been following us and continue to follow us, continue to give that support, right? Believe you me, I am more than happy for the support that you continue to give. Now, let me say this, Jamaica, what we are going to reveal tonight, it's quite a sad thing to know that the government of Jamaica treated its people in a very, very, I would say deplorable way. It's just amazing. But before I do that, I want again to, appreciate the work of the Integrity Commission investigators. Before I get into that, because they are really doing some solid work in spite of limited resources and in spite of how the Andrew Holness administration try to limit their resources and limit their reach as a result of not wanting the Integrity Commission to be fully staffed and fully strengthened, crippling the Integrity Commission. And in terms of that, you will understand why, of course, we have to make sure that we get rid of Andrew Holness and his administration. Serious corruption. So let us just share a piece of the Integrity Commission thoughts, to the entire process. And, as I said, I just pray for them. I am praying for them in terms of, giving them strength and asking them to continue the great work that they have been doing. Now, here it is that the human resource engage. Our employees go above and beyond the call of duty. And I believe that the Integrity Commission investigators, so this is coming straight from the Integrity Commission, right? Going above and beyond the call of duty. Their professionalism, resilience, and sense of purpose continue be among the Commission's greatest strengths. During the year, 39 individuals joined the organization, bringing fresh perspectives and expertise to support the Commission work. Notwithstanding these gains, employee retention remains a significant challenge. As I said, the Andrew Holness administration, is ensuring that the Integrity Commission investigators, they are limited amongst their staff threshold. And this is so wrong. Now, during the reporting period, the Commission experienced the departure of 29 employees. While staff movement is a reality for any organization, the loss of trained and experienced personnel places additional demands on existing teams and requires considerable investment in recruitment, onboarding, and capacity building. The challenge of employee retention is attributable in part not only the compensation package offered, but also to limitations relating to the level at which employees may be appointed within the approved salary scales. These constraints have affected the Commission's ability to compete effectively for highly skilled and specialized professionals in an increasingly competitive labor market, impacting the organization capacity to full staff critical positions and maximize operational efficiency. Now let me ask this question. When we talk about the TCN and talking about issues that being conflated and Audrey Marks talking about right? We are trying to conflate two issues as it relates to Mark's effort in getting, or the Jamaica Labour Party effort in getting skilled and proficient worker overseas. Here is the Integrity Commission is telling the entire world that the same Andrew Holness administration that talking about telling lies about going overseas, right, to recruit skillful people, right? And these people are not deportees. Jamaica, these are the lies and the wickedness of this administration. But here it is, a critical institution, the anti-corruption system, that the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness, lead a campaign to suppress them, to abuse them, to interfere with investigation, and do all of the shenanigans. The Integrity Commission is speaking to us. And even Section 153, subsection 3, cannot muzzle them. They are speaking out. Further, the nature of the anti-corruption work itself also presents unique challenges, as employees are often required to operate in demanding environments, to manage sensitive matters, and to navigate significant societal pressures regarding corruption. Integrity Commission investigators are talking to us. And that's why I am saying, for persons who find the time to fall the Integrity Commission, they don't know what they are experiencing. They are experiencing pressure and suppression from the Andrew Holness-led administration. It is important that as a society, we encourage suitable, brave men and women to offer themselves to fight against corruption, and that we compensate them appropriately, allowing them to perform their duties safely and securely. So let me say this to Jamaica. Andrew Holness, right, and his bands of criminals had taken 200 and 300% raise. And all what they are doing, robbing the country, stealing from all levels. But yet, the Integrity Commission investigators, right, you are disregarding them, not paying them well, limiting them. It's a crime shame, and Jamaica need to see this. The PSOJ need to call out this. The umbrella group of churches need to speak out on this. Academia need to see what we are showing and speak on this. It's a crime shame. A future guided by integrity. The experiences of the past here have strengthened our resolve and sharpened our focus as we continue to advance the Commission's mission in service to the people of Jamaica. In this respect, the Commission is also currently considering recommendations for amendment to the Integrity Commission Act. Jamaica, you remember when I spoke out about certain amendments that need to be done to the Integrity Commission Act. When we say that the Integrity Commission investigators need a fiat to prosecute these criminals, right? Don't duplicate the process in going through the corruption prosecutor. And in this instance, when we have the DPP, our political right operative, that we are asking and begging the DPP to do the right thing, because the DPP is preserving and protecting the status quo of criminality. Right? We are talking about if you want to have, I don't understand how Andrew Holness is making that he wants Jamaica to become like Singapore. So you want Jamaica to becomes like Singapore, except the anti-corruption. Except that you're a crazy person. You're a crazy person. The pursuit of integrity is neither simple nor without challenges. The fight against corruption requires dedicated people from diverse backgrounds and disciplines, united by a common purpose to strengthen public trust, protect the public interest, and contribute to the continued development of Jamaica. As Jamaica's principal anti-corruption institution, the Integrity Commission of Jamaica operates within a complex environment that demands vigilance, courage, and perseverance. And even although one of the commission investigators being shot, they still being persisted, right? Still showing strong persistence in fighting corruption because they are focused in doing so. Despite challenges, the commission remains resolute. I want to repeat that. Despite challenges, the commission remains resolute in its commitment to safeguard the public interest and strengthen the system that promotes accountability and good governance. Take it away. My heart broken tonight to know that the Integrity Commission is pleading for help under Andrew Owen's administration. Now, Melting Pot, you know, we have work to do before we go any further, right? Do you want to speak on that topic, or you want us to proceed?
No, most definitely I want to shed some light on the whole, fiasco between the government and the Integrity Commission.
All right, so do a brief representation, because we have we want to get into the serious Tcn corruption saga here. So go ahead, Brother Melting Pot.
Yeah, I just want to highlight to the people, how embarrassing it is when a country have a institution, that is designed to protect high level of integrity within the society as it relates to member of parliament. Both sides, the governing body and the opposition. You understand? And the people within the Senate. So they require a certain statutory declaration annually. And that shouldn't be any problem. But we see where the government have problem with the institution, one of the most credible institutions in the region, as it relates to dealing with anti-corruption. And so, it is embarrassing when the head of a country can be attacking its own agency, state agency. So, I just want the people just to, pay some attention to that, and just have some soul facts and some finding within each individual sensitivity and ask themselves the question, if it look good, the government a fight an anti-corruption agency. The government should have strengthened them rather than weaken them, rather than attacking them. You should have given them resources so them can, employ more human within the system. You understand? Rather than deflating the thing, and attacking the same agency that is designed to preserve integrity. It's bad. So my Jamaican people, just food for thought, think on these things, and you'll find the reality and the sense of where we run as I discuss. And back the floor to you, Sir Byron.
All right, well said, Brother Melting Pot, and solid point that you made right there. Now, Jamaica, let us get into the Tcn saga. And we are going to come up with some very serious evidence tonight. We are going to go back to the situation as it relates to Audrey Marks. And where Audrey Marks and Horace Chang said that they were engaged by the United States. It's a vicious lie to the Jamaican people, and we are going to prove that tonight, that they were not engaged by the United States. It was them, right, who had engaged the United States And they engage for a reason. Part of the reason that they had engaged the United States was the political narrative that they have that Andrew Holness should remain in power forever. 4th term, 5th term. They knew at the time why they were singing that tune. Because at the time when they were singing that tune was the time, the very same time that they had engaged the process. From the onset, I had suspected, how could this TCN program benefit Andrew Holness to engage? Now, let us hear Audrey Marks. Tonight is going to be bang around people. You understand? Because we have the evidence and we are putting them through chronological sequence. Let us go back to Audrey Marks as it relates to the position that Audrey Marks had taken, saying that United States engage. Let us play that clip. Let us engage. And Jamaica, tonight, what we are going to debunk is the argument, right, that Audrey Marks and Orestram are saying that the United States engage Jamaica as it relates to TCN. We are going to prove tonight it is not so. Listen up.
Without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Ambassador Audrey Marks has broken her silence on the controversial Third Country National proposal. Speaking at the National Corporate Consultation on Workforce Alignment and Jamaica's Economic Competitiveness at the Institute for Workforce Education and Development, she suggested there are efforts to damage her reputation.
It's the first time the minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Ambassador Audrey Marks, has spoken publicly on the TCN matter after the leaked diplomatic note. On the 10,000 figure,
we are not crazy. Certainly, I am not mad. I would not go to the United States to do any proposal for taking in 10,000 criminals. And what bothers me is that somehow they seem to have gained.
This is the evil. When you hear the utterances coming out of Audrey Marks saying that she's not crazy, she's not mad, right? Going to the TCN process to take in 10,000, right? Persons which some have serious criminal background and profile. And this is what she's saying in front of the Jamaican public, lying to us through her teeth. Let us hear her.
Traction.
She says at first she thought there was a genuine conflation of the TCN Memorandum of Understanding with another proposal she developed in March 2025 when she was Jamaica's ambassador to recruit skilled workers. But then,
when the sequence of documents became clearer, it was evident that the public had been left with a deliberate, incomplete, and misleading picture. It was evident that there was an attempt to do some character assassination. And this is important.
And while you're at it, Audrey Marks, let me just remind you that the Integrity Commission, right, need talent and skills over there, right? And those talent and skills, they are in Jamaica. And if you are seeking so-called, right, skilled workers, well, the Integrity Commission need a lot of those people that you and your government is suppressed to show you that you're a fake, you're a demon, you're a liar, you're a sellout, you're a sellout. But tonight, we are going to expose you.
Important to note that the person who leaked the information about MOU being signed in the public domain had access to the MOU itself and could have released the MOU that would have debunked some of these allegations. They also had other documents, including the proposal that I had made and that showed how a structured work program would work and how the numbers could be increased. None of those documents were released in the public domain. So this was, again, a deliberate effort to confuse and to cause panic in the country. We need to understand the difference between scrutiny and character assassination. There's a difference between questioning a policy and manufacturing a false personal allegation. And when persons go online to threaten, defame, or allege that a foreign government is bribing a sitting member of the government, they are no longer engaged in ordinary political commentary. So when persons use private accounts or private channels to coordinate public harm, to spread allegations with no evidence, no basis, and no truth, they must understand that they will be held accountable.
Cameron White, TVJ News.
Now, let me say this to you, Arjun Marks, right, and speak to my Jamaican people, right? You said, Arjun Marks, right, that the embassy sent out another diplomatic note, right, that go contrary to the previous note, to correct the previous note, right? Because there was a misunderstanding in terms of the US, being confused with two separate programs. That's what you're selling into the public. That the United States got, somehow confused. And so then the diplomatic note that the United States sent out and said, no, we did not approach Jamaica as it relates to the TCN. It is the Jamaican who engage. You claim that another diplomatic note has been sent out to correct the previous note. Let me ask you a question, Arjun Marks. If you have that note, you'd have shown the entire world. It's simple. If you have that note, you'd have exposed that note and you'd have shown the entire world. Now, Jamaica, I am going to play a clip and expose Andrew Honest saying to us that United States did not engage us. You are going to hear Andrew Honest said it clear that United States did not approach us, which obviously, that is the very same thing that I had suspected. Now, I want you to listen this and you're going to hear Andrew Honest, and that is one of the reasons why now. When you are setting up your PR and doing your PR, you understand, sometimes, guess what? The lies that you're planning to tell, sometimes the truth escape your lips. And in this instance, the truth escaped Andrew Honest's lips. People, I want you to listen. Andrew Honest himself. A lot of people might miss this. But I want you to listen keenly. You are going to hear Andrew Honest said that United States didn't engage. Listen, Jamaica. Listen.
I've just handed over a social housing unit, and I'm here with the lovely Eugenie Brown. You see how she look? Like a youngster. And Eugenie approached me with a concern. Tell him what is your concern, Eugenie.
Yes, sir. I get to understand that the deportees that are coming to Jamaica, that you are welcoming them here, they are rapists, murderers, and you're carrying them to Jamaica. Oh, we're going to survive with them here under this circumstances that going on in Jamaica, we are trying to put under control. How we going to manage those with them? We want to know exactly if they are victims or whatsoever.
So who tell you that now?
I hear it on the social media, and I saw Mr. Golin demonstrating yesterday in Goal, saying that you're inviting convicted people in Jamaica.
And you believe that?
I don't believe yet, but that is why I asked you.
Good.
If I did believe, I would run with it.
All right.
That is why I'm asking you.
So there are two lessons here. One,
Don't believe everything you hear.
Yeah.
And I am so proud of you because you hear something, you don't take it as truth.
Yeah.
You go and seek further information
Yes,
to
sir.
verify.
Yes, sir.
And that is called media literacy,
Yes, sir.
right? Because not everything, and especially on social media,
Yes, sir.
I would say about 80% of the things you see on social media
Yeah.
are not
Yeah.
fully accurate.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. And so it is good that you felt the need to ask.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Second issue is that it is not true.
People, I want you to now pay a keen attention to what Andrew Ones is saying. Andrew Ones had made the truth escape his lips. Andrew Ones is going to tell this lady that the United States didn't engage them. So please listen keenly, Jamaica. Listen.
Okay, sir.
The government of Jamaica has signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of the United States. It is not yet operationalized, meaning that though we have an agreement, no one has been brought to Jamaica under that agreement because we have not worked out as yet the terms on which they would come. What we have worked out with them is that we're not taking no murderer, we're not taking no rapist, we're not taking no pedophile, no one with a criminal background will be taken.
Jamaica, we are going to prove tonight, as it relates to the lies that Andrew Ones is telling this lady, that he's not taking any criminals, he's not taking any pedophile, he's not taking. Jamaica, I have a document that is going to speak to the world. There is no way Andrew Ones can say definitively that the people, the TCN that he will be getting, no criminals amongst them. I am going to reveal a document. I am going to reveal two documents that has been circulating, but Mystic Sensation, as you know, we go further on that and get the root document to support those two documents. The root document. Jamaica, you're going to see this man is wicked, vicious, and lie. But I want you to listen now. How Andrew Ones is going to tell her that the United States didn't engage. Listen to me.
On that MOU. And I want to assure you of that.
Yes, sir.
And I want to then now take you to another analysis of the situation as a Jamaican.
Yes, sir.
You remember when they were seeking to increase the number of Jamaicans who were being deported here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you realize how strongly I was. I sent a message to the persons who are coming back, that when you come back to Jamaica, nobody come here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
with no
sir.
badness. Nobody feel like it's the same Jamaica that you left 10 years ago. When you come back here, different business.
Yes,
and
sir.
I was very strong on that.
Yes, sir.
Then you think, say, no, me would have got take foreign criminal come here.
That is why.
Yeah, some of the things them me don't know.
That
If
is
the
why
people
I
them
try
really
to.
think,
That
right?
is why I try to get to you to find out the real fact.
Yeah, so watch me now. Me work hard, you know. The police them work hard to bring the situation under control.
Yes.
And by the way, to be frank, the Americans never even approach us with that.
Aye. People, wanna hear that? People, wanna hear that? To be frank, the American didn't approach us with that. Can you pull it back? Can you make a rough play it out? Okay. Stop. Let me go to the chat. Hold on. Go to the chat. I want to ask the people, I want people to type in the chat. Did you hear it clearly when Andrew Ones said, to be frank, the American did not approach us? Right? If you hear it in the chat, type yes. I want the chat to follow me. If anyone hear it in the chat, type yes. Did you hear it categorically clear, keenly, what Andrew Wallace said? That to be frank, I am quoting his exact word, to be frank, the United States did not approach us. Did not approach us. Andrew Holness made the truth escape his lips.
And show Andrew Marks and now I'm moving straight.
And show now Andrew Marks. Show Andrew Marks and Orestron and a moving trailer. Jamaica, this is the reason why this is very serious. What Andrew Wallace said here, which I suspected from last week based on the evidence that I am looking on, Andrew Wallace confirmed what Mystic Sensation had suspected, that the United States did not approach Jamaica. And this makes the matter serious. This is going to now ignite another march. This now is going to galvanize another serious situation because they cannot land here. I am going to make the chat engage because when I'm touching the evidence, I want to concentrate on the evidence that I'm going to deliver. So I'm just going to ask the chat for their opinion, and then we move into the evidence. Tonight is Bangarang, people. Tonight is extremely serious as it relates to, you understand what Andrew Wallace had said, and my investigation definitely connect him to 2024 in terms of what they were saying. Andrew Wallace for Prime Minister forever. Now, let me just go to Sister Maria to just address the situation as it relates to what Andrew Wallace said, that the United States did not engage them. Sister Maria, you have heard that loud and clear. Many people had missed it. Many people had missed it, Sister Maria. But you know, we are investigators. We have keen ears. And of course, my bachelor's degree in criminal justice and my honors in private investigation, right, and my training certified will have us hear these things. You understand? So, Sister Maria, what say you and that what you have heard?
Hi, good evening, Byron, Anne-Marie, Brother Melting Pot. Welcome, my brother. Always good to see you. Yeah, and to everybody in the chat, and good evening. First of all, Byron, you listing off your academic accreditation has nothing to do with this Andrew Wallace story, because you need, listen to me, he really doesn't like bright people, because he is talking to a confederacy of dunces. All right, he's not talking to you. Okay, he's not talking to Rattigan. He's not talking to anybody with common sense, with any form of accreditation. So let's go to the level of common sense. Okay, now why would he make that approach to the U.S. government? It makes no sense. Because, okay, look at it this way. Since Hurricane Beryl, and then after Beryl, you had Melissa. So many Jamaicans have been living under the open canopy of heaven. Donations were given, and donations for people who are struggling, working hard, and they made the sacrifice. So those were sacrificial donations that were given. All right? It's yet to be spent. What on God's green earth could possess Andrew Wallace to come up with such an idea? Tell me what could possess it. Possess it. Compromise. He is so compromised that the only way, remember there was something that said, there was a report a few months back about people being investigated by the US government. I haven't followed it through on that. So that was just something out there. But when you look at the scale of corruption in Jamaica, don't you think that they have a lot of information on Andrew Holness? Don't you think they know how SSL happened? Who stole Usain Bolt's money? All right. Don't you think they know how the election that was won or stolen? Don't you know where? Then they know all of it. Don't you think they know about the FinSac report, about the Crawl report, all those things? So the word is he's compromised. And because he's compromised, you can lead him with a straw. Nobody has to go to him for anything. He will just hand himself like a lamb to the slaughter.
Yes.
For what purpose? To protect himself. And then when you look in his cabinet, it's a cabal of corrupt persons. All right, who is not enriching themselves is yet to be born. And it seems to be the order of the day. And you know who is suffering as a result? The people of Jamaica. They're the ones suffering as a result of the Prime Minister's lack of integrity and his wanton disrespect and disregard for the Jamaican people. And here is what saddens me. Here's what really saddens me about Jamaica today and the voters. First of all, it was Norman Manley who fought for the right for Jamaicans to vote for universal adult suffrage. It was Norman Manley. So that is not a thing that one should take for granted. The right to vote is your right to elect a representative or representatives that come and address your issues, that speak to your issues. So the individual issues should affect people collectively, not just individually where a person wants a donkey. So you say, Prime Minister, I want a donkey, and you get a donkey named Prosperity. You call it Prosperity. Is your own prospering when you get one donkey? But if you fix the roads, if you fix the road, if you advocate for your roads to be fixed, everybody benefits. Is what I'm saying? So when you have this TCN thing now and you're saying to yourself, but hold on a second, this man can't feed his people. And forget Melissa and Beryl. They have been having issues. The poverty rate has been high. He talks about the low unemployment rate, but those figures are not true. Because a squeegee man cannot be unemployed, and who works 1 hour in 3 months can't be an employed person. So when you dovetail all of that, how can he have the unmitigated gall to say he went to these people and to tell them that and put them where? Is he going to bring them into Beverly Hills? And what he should do to show how much a leader he really is have all his members of parliament who own all kinds of apartment buildings and gas stations and supermarkets. You know what? You are going to employ these people. And you're going to put 5 in your house and 5 in that house because I'm sure they have enough houses. He has enough space up at his house. And I'm sure between himself and his wife, they have more than enough properties that they can put these people. But how do you do that, Brother Baron, Mystic, and Anne-Marie, when you still have Jamaicans sleeping under the open canopy? And to add insult to injury, he's knocking down poor people's house.
Yes.
So how is he going to do that? How is he going to do that? He could only do that because he's morally bankrupt and he's compromised, and people have things on him, and to not let the cat out of the bag, you're going to say, something. It's a preemptive strike. Then put it that way. It's a preemptive strike. But he's protecting himself. He's protecting himself.
Well said, Sister Maria. Now let us put up Melting Pot on the podium here. Melting Pot. This is something that Big Mama cannot spin. This is something that Draws Davis cannot spin as it relates to anyone over NNN, right, who want to spin this. Apparently, might be they weren't listening keenly. You understand to what Andrew Holness said, that the United States, right, quite frankly, did not engage them. This is very serious for the conversation to go forward again this week. This is very serious in terms of Jamaica to be sensitized. You understand, as it relates to might be another MAGA get together, right? And all the powers that be have to come out and stop these people from coming to Jamaica. What say you in terms of what you have just heard Andrew Holness confessing to?
Well, I hear him openly say that, United States never approached them. But him stop short of telling the people who approach United States. Because should I just finish, complete the sentence where I've said to the people. Because we know from a long time, say, the government of Jamaica, who were privy to this program from as far back as 2022. And them approach the United States, and just say it. So, the public at large can rest that assured, say, Andrew already explained specifically, say, Jamaica go to United States and say, yes, we want to be a part of this program. We want 10,000 of these people. And they already have places to put them, Might sound funny, but that's true. Because I remember them build up them concrete jungle all over Jamaica, with the illicit enrichment where them get, black sand, steel, and cement, and it dep on ground, So them know where them a put them. Because, them can't put them in a hotel. Them not going to be able to sustain that, high fee of, living accommodation for these people. And food and, because, hotel have to feed them and house them. So them not go down the road. It's like where you see that house over at St. Mary, where it connected to them, and them type of house that them have put them in a way them, you call it multiple occupants. Where a lot of them share the one accommodation roof. You understand? And then them also becomes now subjective to a electoral process, voting system where them become naturalized Jamaican now and can engage in the voting process. And who them have to vote for. So this thing carried more than one ramification where you have to look on, and you have to assess it from more than one angle. It carries several ramifications that is detrimental to where we are in Jamaica right now. But it have a benefit, like the Labour Party. Them know the means of benefit where it have for them, That's why them pursue to be a part of the program. Them are gain financially and them are gain statistically as it relates to the voting time. So we have to make sure now so we're on top of this thing. We can't allow Andrew for us continue, upon a trajectory where we know say he might destroy the place. And him destroy the place just to save himself, that he might be, Because everybody know him well compromised. Based on for the decade where I'm going with, using the politics arena to carry out them behavior there. We all know that. So right now, when you respect a man where I run your community and you want to show him your allegiance, you just try to do everything where you want. And when you know why you do not, they ask me if there's something more to do. That's how they handle this administration, engage themselves with the Trump administration. Them coming like the mapping up process. Everything that America wants to get rid of, them map it up. Because, me approve to my alliance, well then, I'm 100% behind anything where you do. You have my support, fully committed to the cause. But who it hurt? It hurt our people. Because we know this guy do not address from October 2020, the people were still under the top. And him not care for our Jamaican. Because them people who come have to care for them, Him have to make sure them eat 3 meals a day. You understand? Because that's the criteria how these people live. Coming from a first world, no matter what it is, them have to eat 3 times a day. Him never care about our people. 400 ton of food spoil when should I give the people them. Him never give them it. So we are Jamaican. We want to see how, him going to treat these people. If him going to treat them inhumane, like how him treat our people. So there are a lot of things to, derive from the whole situation. And as much as them want to be silent, we know we can't break the silence by doing our own investigation. Because Andrew did just stop short to say, well, America did not approach we, and we approach America. Him did for just say that and done. Yeah, but him say it, you know. Yeah, but if you not listen keenly and pick up on him high point in the conversation with the young, with the elderly woman, you're not gonna find the understanding right. But we get the whole logistic away, myself. So we know who approach who, and I'll back the floor.
Mystic, before you move on,
Yes.
Melting Pot said something about these people becoming voters in the future. But you see, between now and the next election, whatever the election might call, lots of things are happening. People's lives are being affected in real time.
True.
So it's one thing to get, like they said, there's lots of slip between the cup and the lip. So the issues right now, and the thing is, this is not about even GLP and PNP, Mystic and Melting Pot. This is a Jamaican problem,
Yeah, it's serious.
Because it is not a joke. It is not a joke. And you can look what the Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda did. He said we have to go and talk to the people. We have to present this. We can't to the Parliament. We can't just make a decision like that on something so fundamental that will change the lives of people on the ground and even the lives of those persons who are in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So for him and that, I feel for that lady, because Andrew knows that he's lying to her. Every word he said, he's lying, and he stands there and he does it with such a straight face. But he has been doing it ever since he stepped foot in the Parliament.
Exactly. Something that he used.
And I think something has to be off with him mentally to be so pathologically mendacious.
Exactly. He's a narcissist.
Because he's a narcissist, but it goes beyond his narcissism. You know what I'm saying? It really goes beyond his narcissism. And I'm not a psychiatrist, but that kind of behavior from a leader is troubling. Because he knows, okay, he's saying he signed an first of all, what was the reason for him to make such an overture to the US government? Why? Why? When he can answer the why, then we'll all be able to have a better sense of what it is and where we are. Because, and the truth of the matter, gentlemen and lady, and to all the people in the chat, if this wasn't leaked to the Gleaner, you see, they are minoring in the major and in the minor things, If it wasn't leaked to the Gleaner, and Audrey Marks said that, it was leaked to the Gleaner, and they're going to deal with the person, whoever, they know who leaked it to the Gleaner. And that is the least of the problem. Thank God it was leaked to the Gleaner. And then she talked about RJ and that they are licensed, they have a license. What is she talking about? You see what I'm saying? So they want to be wrong and strong. Address this substantive issue, which is, why did you make such recommendations to say you're a developing country, right? Your GDP is through the roof. You're just paying down your debt. You haven't paid off your debt. You're paying it down. And as a matter of fact, you're only paying the interest on the debt.
That is what
all right? Your foreign investment, your foreign direct investments have shrunk, not increased. Corruption is through the roof. So you have people who are still living under the open canopy of heaven, as we have said. What then could be the reason? What was the language that he used when approaching them to say, okay, Mr. America, this is what I propose. What was the proposal? And that is where we have, you see that gray area right there, Baron, is where the problem is. What did he say? What was the proposal?
Yes.
What was he giving up, or what was he getting?
Exactly.
Because you don't do these things, it's a give and take, Yeah. You don't do these things unless providing you are benefiting. And how is he benefiting? And at whose expense? The expense of the Jamaican people.
All right.
You know?
All right. So basically, Sister Maria, curious as it relates to why did Jamaica really approach the United States? Well, Mystic Sensation, in terms of how we think as investigators, right, we sort of have two fundamental reasons. One, of course, right, he's getting some dollars from it. But the primary situation is to the fact that the high level of corruption, and he believed that if he is in power and remain in power, he can help, you understand, to continue to obstruct justice, delay, right, the criminal justice with his extended arm, and do all the level of obstruction. So then, of course, these so-called TCN, what Andrew Wallace want to release on Jamaica, right? The motive, and we are not getting the truth as it relates to how much coming in. All what we are getting, you understand, lies and, you know, and so then my belief, my opinion is that they are going to be used conveniently, put in certain areas where the Jamaica Labour Party vulnerable in terms of voting, and try as much, right, for them to be in the system, right, to definitely change a voting block. People, let me explain something to you. It's like a gerrymandering, but you understand what a gerrymandering is. Gerrymandering is the illegal movement of boundaries that can carry a specific political outcome. But I mean, they can't do that because they don't have the 2/3 majority. Remember that they attempted it in Portmore. They had attempted it in Portmore and it was not successful. However, right, you don't have to move a political boundary. If you put people in a particular area, and depending on the numbers of people go into that particular area, right? Some people will say, don't listen to him, and nonsense in my chat, harm's house in my chat. Nonsense. I am warning that this situation is extremely serious. Now, let us look on the USA diplomatic note to say that, okay, the United States, right, know that they had confronted other Caribbean countries, and other Caribbean countries have been speaking out, right? And the United States remained there silent. The United States did not send a diplomatic note to them to say, okay, all right, you are telling lie on the United States. But that happened to Jamaica. Now, look, here it is. A diplomatic note from the United States U.S. Embassy in Kingston, shared with the Gleaner in June, stated that Marks, former ambassador to the U.S. and minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, with responsibility for efficiency, innovation, and digital transformation, made the proposal for a third country national arrangement that would have Jamaica receive up to 10,000 third country nationals from the United States. What the United States is saying here is 100% truth. What the United States is saying here is 100% truthfulness. The note said she made a proposal to a U.S. official attached to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security during the America's Counter-Cartel Conference at the U.S. Southern Command in Miami, Florida on March 5th, 2006. Jamaica, me dig up certain documents, you know, have certain things to prove tonight. There is no way Andrew Marks can shift from this. Everything that the United States is saying in terms of this diplomatic note is true, because I have supported documents. I have supported documents for it. No, but according to Marks, it is being conflated with a proposal she made to recruit skilled workers to Jamaica while serving as Jamaica's ambassador to the United States in March 2025. This is a blatant dog and dog. Come on. You're telling me now that you have spoken to, you know, highly intelligent people, you understand, who know, right, who hear you and understand your requests and know what your request was about, but you are coming on now to say that, you understand, such person or persons misconstrued your argument. Misconstrued your argument. Who you take for Kunumun? Who you take for Kunumun? Now, anticipating that the America First policy of the Trump administration would lead to the mass deportation of undocumented migrants, she said she began exploring ways to reduce the potential impact on Jamaica. This is madness. She said the March 2025 Embassy of Jamaica broad corporation proposal was conceptualized to support what? Now take that away. Now let us get into something now that we are going to show people. Now Andrew Honest told that lady, what he called her, Eugene. Andrew Honest told Eugene, right? I hope that is the name. I hope. Okay, right. So Andrew Honest approached that lady there and said, right, lie, they are telling, right, no pedophile, right, no rapists, no grapists, and they're all clean. Basically, that's what he's saying. They're all clean, right? They're all clean people. Now, I am going to show some evidence, and I'm going to show supporting evidence that they are not clean. Your Andrew Honest is getting some dangerous criminals. Now look at this. Let us go to no oversight. We are going to show evidence. Yes. Now, here it is. Let me see if we can build it up more for the people to see it. Okay, good. Here it is. No oversight of U.S. funds to foreign governments. Despite sending more than $32 million to 5 foreign governments for third country deportation deal, there is no evidence, right? The State Department is conducting follow-up oversight on the use of taxpayers' funds. Now, people listen. In an unusual move, the Trump administration has provided these funds directly to foreign governments rather than through trusted third-party implementing partners who conduct regular monitoring and oversight, making it more challenging for the State Department to track the U.S. right of funds. The State Department is also not using a third-party auditor to track the use of money. Instead, the State Department appears to be relying on the foreign governments themselves, some with a clear history of corruption or mismanagement. Let me read that over. Right? Let me read that over. Instead, the State Department appears to be relying on the foreign government themselves, some with a clear history of corruption or mismanagement. Who that profile fits? That profile fits Andrew Honest and his administration to report on the use of U.S. government funding. As mentioned, several of the governments receiving U.S. funds have well-documented records of corruption. People, let us read that. Let us read this over. Let us read this over, right? And Andrew Honest, of course, want to be on the American good side because he knows he's fully compromised. He is fully compromised. It is up to last night I found the lodgement of the $700,000 US in Citibank. That believe that for Thursday. You understand, we shall now get into that and show Jamaica and show the world about that. As mentioned, several of the government receiving U.S. funds have well-documented records of corruption, human rights abuse, and human trafficking without oversight. It is unknown whether U.S. funds are facilitating corruption, or other abuses. These countries, including the following. And we are going to go to the next document. Let us go to the conclusion on it. Right? I am going to show Jamaica as it relates to original now supported documents that we are going to find to back up our argument. Now look at this. Conclusion. The Trump administration use of third country deportation has been costly and ineffective, with no measurable impact towards its stated goals. These deportation deals have transferred more than 32 million in taxpayer funds to foreign governments with credible histories of corruption, human rights abuses, and mismanagement without meaningful oversight or accountability. The Trump administration failure to monitor compliance with these agreements raises serious concern that the United States may be indirectly facilitating torture, arbitrary detention, or other human rights abuses by passing standard U.S. immigration procedures and, in some cases, using third countries to circumvent U.S. laws. Andrew Holness is going to put himself in some serious hot waters. Because coming November, if Donald Trump lose November's election, Andrew Holness is going to be in a predicament. Now, the administration has wasted public resources while undermining basic principles of accountability and the rule of law. So I can see clearly here that, trust me, when Donald Trump, right, lose the election November, if he lose the election November, Andrew Holness is going to be fully exposed. Well, we are talking about November, might be we kick him out of power before then. But just hope. Despite these factors, the State Department continues to pursue additional third country deportation agreement at an accelerated pace, with dozens of additional agreements expected in the coming months, as the administration aggressively strips hundreds of thousands of migrants of legal status in the United States through the ending of temporary protected status and humanitarian parole, among other avenues. More migrants will be at risk of being removed to as far off country where they are not from, without transparency, oversight, or clear evidence of necessity and effectiveness. This approach amounts to an expensive and dangerous form of shadow diplomacy that prioritizes the appearance of toughness over the security of Americans, the responsible use of taxpayers' funds, and the integrity of use of foreign policy. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee Democrats, when I listen why I said that Andrew Holness exposed Jamaica to deep buying. Look here. The Senate Foreign Relations Committee Democrats will continue to conduct rigorous oversight of these agreements, demand full transparency and accountability of the administration and foreign governments, and push for monitoring mechanisms and the use of funds and treatment of deportees. So when Oristron and Audrey Marks want to say, right, that there is no deportee involved, now clearly, that they are lying. Let me read that over so that you can catch it. Demand full transparency and accountability of the administration and foreign governments, and push for monitoring mechanism on the use of funds and treatment of what? Of who? Deportees. It never said visitors. It never said skilled workers. Deportees. It says deportees. In the interim, the Trump administration should cease its use of these third country deportation deals, which are putting millions of taxpayers' dollars into hands of foreign governments without oversight, while turning a blind eye to the potential human cost. Take that away. Now look where I am going now. I did not leave it there. Right? I did not leave it there. Jamaica, what I did, I do a research, and I'm going to show you. At the time when Andrew Holness' administration engaged the United States, guess what? Jamaica was not on the list I am going to show you the evidence. For any people who talk and talk otherwise, I am going to show you the document tonight. At the time when they engage, Jamaica was not on the list. Not on the list. Let us find that document. Let us get to that document. Show you that Jamaica, at the time when Jamaica engaged, Jamaica was not on the list. All the persons who the United States, right, was forcing. Okay, all right. Here it is, Jamaica. I want you to follow me. So this is going to wrap up all of the shenanigans, right? All of the shenanigans. And this is the Council on Foreign Relations, right? So guess what? They can't say, okay, all right, a full document, right? And the document there, you can manufacture it. This is coming from the Council on Foreign Relations. Now, the question asks, what are third country deportations? And why is Trump using them? Now, the Trump administration is pursuing agreements with third countries to potentially accept U.S. deportees amid ongoing efforts to crack down on unauthorized immigration. I want you to come with me, people. Now, since taking office, President Donald Trump has significantly escalated the use of third country deportations in an unprecedented expansion of a rarely used provision in U.S. immigration law. So far, nearly a dozen countries have agreed to accept U.S. deportees, often in exchange for financial compensation or under the diplomatic pressure. However, critics warn that such deportations violate international human rights standards and place vulnerable migrants at risk. You are going to see the list of countries, right, at the time that Andrew Holness, Jamaica Labour Party, right, criminal network, engaged the United States, Jamaica was not on the list. Now look at this. What are third country deportations? Third country deportation refers to a section of the Immigration and National Act that allows the Department of Homeland Security, right, DHS, to deport migrants to countries other than their country of origin. During immigration proceedings, judges will designate a country where the migrant is supposed to be deported, usually their country of origin. If removal to the designated country is impracticable, inadvisable, or impossible, the INA authorized DHS to remove a non-citizen to a third country, which may or may not be one where they hold citizenship or nationality, just as in the case with what Andrew Holness, you understand, put himself into. Now, under the Trump, here it is, people, to show you that Jamaica wasn't a part of this. Under the Trump administration, nearly a dozen countries, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Eswatini, Mexico, Panama, Rwanda, South Sudan, and Uganda have reportedly agreed to receive deportees with no existing ties to their nations, while some deportees have been confirmed to be detained in foreign prison facilities. The U.S. government lacks information on the location and condition of many others. Want to hear that in the people, right? Now, yet Trump's use of third country deportation marks a significant departure from that of previous administration. This is not a strategy that the United States government has used to any significant extent. Yale University's Christina Rodriguez told the New Yorkers, especially to the extent where they are removing people to war zone like South Sudan or to prison as they did with El Salvador. Are third country deportations legal? This is the question asked. While U.S. law allows third country deportation, the specific legality of doing so without adequate safeguards or asylum protections in place is currently being challenged in the U.S. courts. In April, U.S. District Court Judge Brian E. Murphy barred the federal government from sending migrants to third countries without first assessing potential claims under the UN Convention Against Torture. He ruled that failing to give migrants a meaningful opportunity to raise fears of deportation violated their constitutional due process rights. So many of the people that they are packing up to come to Jamaica, not necessarily that these people agree to even come to Jamaica. They have been forced. Now, despite the ruling, the Trump administration attempted in May to deport 8 migrants of various nationalities to South Sudan, a country with which they had no connection. Plaintiffs argued that the deportation exposed them to the risk of torture or serious harm in violation of both U.S. and international law. Murphy subsequently ruled that the deportation flight to South Sudan violated his previous order, and he ordered the flight be diverted to Djibouti. Yet in June, the Supreme Court permitted the DHS to resume third country deportations, including to South Sudan, while litigation on the matters continues. So, serious situation is happening, while they are doing their TCN, Why is the Trump administration using third country deportation? The deportations are part of the Trump administration mass deportation campaign. Officials believe the approach will discourage migration to the United States and encourage voluntary self-deportation. The administration also argued that third country deportations are necessary because some countries refuse to accept their citizens back after they have been given an official deportation order by the United States. You understand? So now, we can ask the question. Some of these so-called people, their country refusing them. We don't know why the countries are refusing them. And so then, of course, Andrew Holness have no way to give a detailed track profile antecedent on any of these people. So when Andrew Holness is saying to that lady that there is no criminal, is obviously lying. Now, yet in some cases, third countries can repatriate migrants to their home countries despite U.S. claims that origin countries refuse to accept their citizens back. Want to hear that? So, in several cases, host countries have accepted migrants in exchange for compensation or due to political pressure. In February, Panama agreed to temporarily host some 300 migrants after the Trump administration. More want to listen here, people. More want to listen. The reason why we are reason this is to show you that Caribbean countries being pressured by Trump. And Trump administration has not denied that they pressure these people. So when Andrew Marks is saying that the United States initiate and the United States send out a diplomatic cable to say, no, we'll stop it, we'll stop tell lie, speak the truth. If you don't notice, United States has not challenged these people in saying that these people are lying. United States is very silent on this because United States know that that is true. Now, in exception, the United States done it with Jamaica because it was Jamaica who initiated them and not them initiate. Now look Jamaica. In several cases, host countries have accepted migrants in exchange for compensation or due to political pressure. In February, Panama agreed to temporarily host some 300 migrants after the Trump administration threatened to retake control of the Panama Canal. So, of course, Trump pressured them on that, so that they were forced to take them. Now I'm going to show you the thing, and show you the document. The next month, the United States paid El Salvador about $6 million to host 238 alleged members of Venezuela trendy Aragua. Get me backside. People who come here. People who come here, we're in trouble. Remember, go back and read over this. Go back again in terms of what I say. When Andrew Holness has said, right, there's no criminal amongst them, because basically that's what he's saying. Horace Strang is saying the same thing. Want now to soften Jamaican to say, yeah, there's no criminal, so, you know, make we allow them. Make we hear the evidence. This is the evidence. The next month, the United States paid El Salvador about $6 million to host 238 alleged members of Venezuela's trendy Aragua gang for a year at the country's notorious mega prison. You hear that? So let me ask a question. Andrew owners have no way, Jamaica have no way of knowing, right, that those persons that they are planning to process being affiliated with gangs and show them do all manner of evil as it relates to crime, including number 3, including grapes, including graping, pedophiling. We want to show the evidence to the Jamaican people, you know, to show that Andrew Holness is lying out of his lips. Now, a New York Times investigation found little evidence of their alleged membership. In September, a federal appeals court blocked the Trump administration from using the 1798 Alien Enemies Act to deport people alleged to be Venezuelan gang members from the United States, ruling that it had not met the necessary legal standard for invoking wartime powers. While compensation arrangement for Eswatini and South Sudan remain unclear, reports suggest that these countries are leveraging the agreements to try and secure diplomatic concessions from the United States. So far, the Trump administration has reportedly approached, right, at least 58 governments about accepting deportees, whether it is tariff concessions or in the case of African countries, many of them are under the threat of being placed under a travel ban, or their diplomats will be prevented from coming from the United States. Now, let me talk about this. At one point, Andrew Holness said, okay, they accept the agreement because of the United States was going to seize or ban Jamaican visas. Nothing no go so. Normally, they will do it with the diplomats. Here it is. See the evidence here. They are not going to trouble ordinary Jamaican people. So all of that what Andrew Holness said, again, a lie. Right? Here it is, you know. Many of them are under the threat of being placed under a travel ban, or their diplomats will be prevented, right, from coming, right, from the United States. These are the stakes that are all being used to get these agreements. Muzaffar Christie, a senior fellow at the Migration Policy Institute, told the thing. So, as I'm saying, Jamaica, let us take that document away. Now, Sister Maria, drop off. Melting pot. Put up. Yes. Let me say this melting pot. And let us start to Jamaican people. Based on the documentation that we have just read right then and there, it is telling the world that when it comes to the profile antecedent of these people, Andrew Holness government can't know. Can't. So for Andrew Holness to be coming out and tell people that, okay, they are no criminals, Andrew Holness is lying. And let me say this now. A lot of people might say, mystic sensation, conspiracy theory, that, because we know them, you know. Now, Melting Pot, you and I arguing this. What would be the significant benefit that Andrew Holness would have gotten from this? Number one, I find 2 ways based on my investigation and all the evidence that we are looking on Melting Pot. Number one, Andrew Holness can use them conveniently, and that's why it was meant to be done in a covert way. The fact of the matter that the Jamaica Gleaner investigator bust it out. They are now trying to come and spin, but that was their plan. That was their primary plan in terms of making some money off of it, and plus possibly use them to change a political outcome as it relates to the voting. So now that we bust it, now that we expose it, we are asking all member of parliament, right, councillors and MP candidates to be aware and making sure that they are checking as it relates to the voting tally in their constituency. So let me just have you, Melting Pot, in terms of what you have heard here.
Well, there's only two benefits the government can get from this scheme, you know. It's finance, yeah, from the US government, and also having the full control of these people, where they can deploy them into various community and show up some constituency based on how them know the thing about, because 10,000 individuals is a vast amount of people that can, you know, play a very detrimental role to your society as it relates to your voting time. Because you integrate them in your society and you give them, you know, citizenship. Them entitled to vote. So a government can manipulate the system by having this at them disposal. Yeah, and we know they are not skilled workers, they are the poorty. Yeah. And so these people, yeah, don't command nothing more than what the program entail for them. You're going to a third country, yeah, to reside and have your freedom back. Yeah, because we are released you from a prison. Yeah, and we already know the caliber of people them. Yeah. So Andrew cannot determine or tell nobody the type of people that come. Yeah, because him not in a processing pandemic. You know. And him don't know them background profile. He not have that check and balance there with the individual them that come. Yeah, so him cannot speak in regard to the type of people that is coming through the program. Now the program also not only have consequential, you know, variances within it, you know. It also come with a whole heap of bangarang. Because even in the state, the people are ball about the money where I spend by Trump administration. Yeah, and I talk about the corruption government them and country where it go to. Yeah, and they are not seeing the full scale benefit of it. Because, you know, it's not really a benefit America, you know. It's just evilness within Donald Trump and racist within Donald Trump's. Why him do this, you know? Yeah, this can't make America great again, you know. No, because it not improve them growth or nothing. It's a corruption scheme. And it's a scheme that come with a subdivision. All of the country them are subdivision to America. Yeah, America have the contract and sub it out. And any government want to benefit from being a part of the contract process can sign up for it, and that Jamaica government do. Yeah? So we know fundamentally say that wrong. Yeah, because we have issues in Jamaica with our own citizens, you know. Yeah, and we can't carry more burden come through down upon them again. Because them are the taxpayers, you know. I remember says that 1/2 money US again. All of the country them who participate in the scheme. And I like it's a continuous process where the government. So who are going to feed these people? Who are provide medical care for them? Who are provide shelter? Who are going to provide a job? So the whole, you know, thing is that Andrew one is lie. And as we all know, without the personnel from the Gleaner company, this would be a cover-up thing. Nobody would know about it because they did not want anyone to know about it. Yeah, that's why it was not ventilated for any form of consultation with no party. Yeah, it was just a government and a government working behind the scene to achieve, yeah, what it want to achieve at the expense of the taxpayers of Jamaica. Yeah, but we know that come November, when Donald Trump lose the midterm election, Andrew won't see a problem. Because I ask if Trump are going to lose midterm, he shall surely lose the midterm election based on what the outlook is showing at the moment. Yeah. This is why him try to start getting things together, but too late shall be in cry. I'm late already. The American people them already have what them supposed to have in view and know what them going to do come November. Yeah. So when the Democrats them take control of that period of time, Andrew Wallace is going to find himself in a lot of hot water. Because the Democrat is making notes of everything that is going on. Yeah. And what Andrew Wallace don't realize, Donald Trump, yeah, is under more pressure than even him, Andrew Wallace. Because I'm have just about 3 million people, to deal with, Trump have over 300 million. So, me know Trump under more pressure than him, Wallace, and Trump no in him more than what him want from him. Man, Andrew are not really not allies. Andrew is a footmat. Trump walk all over him. Yeah, and get things from him where we don't know. Say him a give it to Trump because remember, everybody knows say Andrew Wallace and several members from within him cabinet and some big boys from the PSOJ, they are compromised. They participate in certain activity that automatically make all of them compromise to US. Yeah, so where US have on them, is the will to put them behind bars. They are only there protecting themselves, offering all type of assistance to United States, giving United States and the Trump administration whatever they want. But we know that will be, ending soon. Yeah. Trump weak. Trump can't provide no sturdiness for Andrew Wallace no more. It's coming to an end. But Andrew don't wise. What Andrew is playing is party politics just to save himself from prison. But he can't get away. Because remember, a Democrat say I watch him long time, and him administration under Biden, So it's not like it's Trump who, cracked the seal with Andrew. No, Trump is aware of it from Biden time. And what Trump is doing is capitalizing and maximizing when he can get from Andrew Wallace. Yeah, because Andrew a criminal, straight criminal. And him a liar. Yeah. Deceive the people at all time. Yeah, because them feel like him have such, political willpower because him study political science. Him just a lunatic operating, just a lunatic. If him think him could have do all of this and get away with it, you're making a sad mistake. 10,000 deportees, would have at some point in time captured the eyes of the Jamaican public. They would have asked too much of them people. Yeah, and them putting in a tourist environment. Because Andrew administration don't want none of these people around the tourist environment, You want to put them in a place like where you see a go on in a St. Mary and just spread them around. But them not there in the business community and them not there near it either. So people that, cognizant to where go on and catch on with the government that deal with. But we now wait for it to reach a stage yet. What we are doing is highlight it from now and, make sure no hold them accountable. Because this wrong, morally this wrong. Because the guy have our people interest to deal with and them not deal with it. What we do is provide a safe haven for 10,000 criminals. Yeah, while them not provide nothing for Jamaican people. But these are what we want my Jamaican people to open them eye, and realize we are up around them. I remember saying, and I like the guy have a period of time where he look after the people in the country, Him string them out forever and a day. You understand? He don't care about them. If you not politically align yourself to all this and him know you personally, you're not getting a benefit. And not like him deal with the wider GLP base them. You have enough GLP support and I get nothing from all this, nor the member of parliament. Because them not up in the ranks. Yeah? Member of parliament don't need to know them. So what we are talking about is that we have a government, yeah. We have a guy, the Prime Minister, we are run the country. Yeah, where everything when doing, you know, cause controversy. It cause controversy. Remember, him sit down on a vast amount of foreign donation where him no utilize amongst the people. I mean, the international community I watch that too. Because them know where I'm going, you know. Talk about the people still under the tarpaulin.
Yes,
It raises and them know the money, the inner the system for aid the people them and all this don't do nothing in regards. What all this want do is become a fat rat half of the country by taking in these deportees and collect the money and share it amongst him and him conglomerate them. Yeah, Audrey Marks are one of them. That's why them use her for front up this thing, you know. Yeah, and to show you how she morally written. Yeah,
Melting pot. Hold on a melting pot. But I have a caller who want to engage, right? Could you allow him some time to engage?
Yeah, man, take the call.
All right. Yes, caller, go ahead.
Yes, good evening, gentlemen.
Yes.
My brother. How are
Blessings,
you?
blessings, my brother.
Listen, this is nothing new. And one of the questions I want to ask Mystic is that this conversation about skilled workers coming into Jamaica, where's the skilled job in Jamaica? Because our own Jamaican students graduate from UWI and work in call centers, or then go clean hotel room, or work in a hotel pantry, or work in a hotel restaurants, or then go sell peanut in a stadium. So are those considered skilled jobs?
Exactly. Exactly.
What this argument about seeking people for skilled jobs, Jamaica have no industry. Jamaica produces nothing. Jamaica has no technical jobs. Jamaica have no skill employment for anybody. What skill job are they talking about that Jamaica is short of? What skilled workers?
And you have to remember, Carla, that we are experiencing a heavy brain drain.
Listen, the government themselves said that there's over 1.7 million people that has migrated, skilled workers that have migrated. But and the point that I'm making is the argument about skilled job and seeking people for skilled job is a non-ridiculous argument. It's a ridiculous message. There's no skilled job in Jamaica to be had. Our own people, the few that we have there that's graduating from UWI, work in call centers, or them make beds in hotel rooms, or them sell peanut in the stadium. What skill jobs are we talking about that Jamaicans are short of? I want Audrey Marks. I listen to her on GIS, and I must make a confession, Mystic, to you.
Yes.
I came on your show and I said that I think Darrell Varden's got to be the dumbest and biggest buffoon that ever represented our Jamaican people. I stand corrected.
We'll beat him.
If you listen to her interview on GIS the other evening, when a person is dealing with government business and representing the people, and your first disclaimer out of your mouth in an interview is that I am an entrepreneur. What is that? That already sets the table to tell you that what she did, and this is all about them getting paid for making this stupid deal with the US. She went ahead to seek a deal that she could profit from. And that's all this is. The deal is already signed. The people are coming, because one thing I can tell you, I live in the state. Them can't take back nothing from Trump. They can't refuse anything that Trump sent them. I live in the States, and I can tell every Jamaican that if you think Audrey Marks, Andrew Holness, or any Jamaican MP or representative can tell Donald Trump that they're not taking anything, you make a big mistake.
Well, Carla,
you got to be a buffoon to believe that. So what Donald Trump is going to give them is what they're going to take, and there's no choice. Okay? And worse, you got to sign a document. Listen up, your document signed with Trump don't mean nothing. Nothing. So let me make Jamaicans clear about that. Aren't they watching the politics? Aren't they watching the geopolitics in the world? Is Jamaica not seeing how America operates with how this government operate. Listen, Arjun Marx is telling us that Marco Rubio is lying. I want to ask Arjun Marx, is Marco Rubio lying to the world? Is he lying when he said that he's sending the garbage to third world countries? Is he lying? Arjun Marx, are you calling Marco Rubio a liar? Are you calling the President of the United States a liar? Arjun Marx, the representative from the Jamaica government, is calling the United States President and Minister of Foreign Affairs a liar? Is that what she's doing, Mystic?
Exactly. Exactly. And
because if she's denying the facts, then she's calling them a liar, because that's not what they say is coming to Jamaica and the rest of the third world. Okay? There's no skilled worker coming. Okay? First of all, if a skilled worker come to Jamaica from the US, who gonna pay them?
that's the question. That's the question. Who is going to pay them?
20,000 Jamaican a week can pay anybody in the US. Jamaica, no one coming from the US, nobody coming from the US is going to work for $2 and change per hour, because that's what it work out to be. Nobody coming from the US is going to work for that. These kind of argument, the argument that the government is putting forward to the people is so backward, asinine, and ridiculous. Let me tell you something, Mystic. We saw the warship came in. We saw the warship leave and that was a blackout. Any respectable, decent government would know that. During wartime, any American ship that dark have to leave in the dark. It's a procedure by the US government. And just the failure by the government to explain that to the people shows you how disingenuous the government is. You sign a deal because you had no choice but to take refugees. What the government could have done, Mystic, is that what every other country in the third world is doing. We don't want to take these people. We will cooperate, but this is what we're going to do. But because the Jamaican government is so compromised, so licky and nasty and wicked to them own people, they did not have a backbone to stand up and say, listen up, we will cooperate, we can't take 10,000, but we'll take 200, and we want 200 of X, Y, and Z, the best of the best people, or whatever is there, but we won't take any criminal. There was no stipulation by the Jamaica government on what they're going to take and what they will do. They just took what was given to them and take the money. And my question to the Jamaica government is, how much money are they getting with the money there? How much money you got, and where is the money? Who have the money? Because we normally get between $5 to $15 million. Who took the money and where is the money? That's what I want to know. Who took the money and where is the money? And nobody's asking that question. Who took the money? How much money we get and where the money they want to do with the money? Because we can't renege on the deal and we have to take the 10,000. But where the money there? That's the question, Mystic. Where is the money? Chang is
claiming that they don't get no money. They just do it. That's lie. You and I know that's lie.
Mystic, you just read the document, and every single country who got it got money.
Got money, right?
Because the US is paying you to house these deportees. It also stated in the document that the US is paying you to host the deportees. They got the money.
Exactly. They do.
You read the document, Mystic, and it clearly states, if you Google it, every single country who got deportees got a stipend for the deportees. They got money for them because the US is paying you to host these deportees. You read the document on here just a few minutes ago. You read it.
Yes, and everything exposed. So they can't debunk that. That is an original.
The facts are the facts.
Exactly.
They can slice and dice and go around the corner, but the facts are there. And if people want to know, Google it. It's there for public consumption.
Yes.
Don't believe what Arjun Marx, Arjun Marx and Andrew Onis is telling you. It's all a lie. I can look it up myself, and every Jamaican, every person in the diaspora can look it up and it's there on Google, the entire procedure, how it's done, what is being done, and there's a reason why them circumvent the State Department, and there's no oversight for this, because when they give you the money, them don't really care what you want to do with it, because them know it's the Caribbean are like a licky greedy, corrupt people in the Caribbean. So what they do, just give you a sum of money and say, there is the money, take them.
But
you just read it to the people.
Yeah, the document also mentioned that.
How it works.
The document also mentioned that.
That is why there is no oversight for oversight in this process, and it's not going through the State Department or any agency. Them just like give you the money and you take the people. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Google it. Anybody who wants to know the facts, it's there on Google. You can look it up. Just like how you pull it up, Mystic, anybody can pull it up and read. It's clear as day. And I'm just breaking it down as I go. Somebody get the money. How much money Audrey Marks and Andrew Owners get, and where is the money? That's all I want to know. That is the question we need to ask them. Because if them say them they get the money, them is a liar. We know them a thief, but them is also a damn liar. They got the money. They got between 5 and 15 million US to host these people. Okay? Every single country got a check. How come Jamaica not getting a check? Then I saw them stupid. Then I saw them backward and dumb.
Talk of things, man.
Everybody get a check and them they get a check. Every other country get a check. Why Jamaica don't get a check? And Jamaica is taking the most. Jamaica is taking the most. Of all the Caribbean countries, Jamaica is getting the most deportees.
Because they're the most corrupt.
It's getting 10,000.
And greedy.
No other country in the Caribbean is taking 10,000. Did you know that?
Exactly, because they are the most corrupt and most greedy. So them. Yes, go ahead, Carl.
Yes, Jamaica is taking 10,000 and nobody else is getting that amount. And you tell me you take 10,000 for free when other people take 200, 500 and get 5 to 15 million? Are you that stupid? You gotta be stupid to take 10,000 people and don't get a dime. So we want to know who get the check, where the check at, and who have it. And that's the question that I want to ask Andrew Marks and Andrew Owners, because we know them get money for the 10,000 people. They can't send it back. They can't renege on it.
They got it.
They have to take the 10,000 criminals, the 10,000 convicts and criminals coming.
They
have to take them.
All right.
And then my next question, Mystic, is that will these people be hosts? We know that the PSOJ, politicians, and a lot of the JLP members have all of these high-rise buildings built that have all of these houses scheme built. Is that money going to be divvied up to put these people in their buildings? Is that the plan? Because we ain't got no business to hold them. We ain't got no homes other than the ones that they can't sell, than the ones where them build, the ones where them build and can't sell. So I wonder where them in this them gonna put them. Well,
looking at Carla, let me tell you something to it. Look, it look like Juliet Owners is going to be benefited because Juliet Owners is a real estate dealer, and it look like Audrey Marks is going to be benefited because the money will be routed through Paymaster. So you can see the corruption line up.
Just connect the dots, my brother. Connect
there
the dots. The simple as the Jamaican. Open the eye and connect the dots.
All right.
1 plus 1.
All right.
It's not 11. It's 2.
Yes.
My brother, have a good night.
Blessings. Let me take a. All right. Okay. Let me take a caller. Caller is calling. Let me just. Yes, caller. You're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Yeah, greetings, Mystic. Greetings.
Blessings, my brother. Blessings.
Question, just a quick question for now.
Yes.
You guys prove what the government is doing is a total lie, fabrication, stealing, etc.
Yes.
How can they be stopped, like these people, if they're not already arriving in Jamaica? How can they be stopped?
Okay.
Can the protesters stop them from coming off the plane, etc., etc., etc.? Is there a way that you can explain that it's possible to stop them?
Okay, all right. The people have to get together in a very huge way, bigger than before in terms of the get-together that we had which was somewhat successful. However, we have a situation going on right now because we have persons who, and I'm going to play that document. I'm going to show that document to for you to see it, right? That there's some some situation being heard in the court of the United States as we speak. So I'm going to display that document. But I am saying, in terms of the question that you asked, Jamaicans have to get together, right, and make sure that this doesn't happen. Galvanize, right? We have to go back out in the street. We must go back out in the street, but this time bigger, and this time with a purpose. You understand? If PSOJ don't join us on this, then
will the no movement day later this month, will that have any effect on that?
I mean, yeah, it can help, because let me tell you something, Carla. Remember, that this is one of the ways how you can use and get out of government too, when the people get together, united, you understand, and protest for one common goal, because this has nothing to do with GLP or PNP, The situation is so grim that our sovereignty has been threatened, my brother. You understand that we are going to observe some of the most dangerous criminal MS-13 and all them something there. Andrew Wallace is not telling the truth. As the document that I had presented is telling you that some dangerous criminals are amongst the set. And yet,
Uncle Rubio, they've explained that. Him explain that in details.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't want no more explanation than what him said. And him not have no shame for say it either. So when the Jamaican government sign the document or accept these things, then I mean, what them plan to do? Because them do they plan as Jamaican government? Do they plan to stay in Jamaica? Because I don't think so.
Well, let me tell you something.
I don't think they must wait for the next election. I think they must store up all the money him and them to take off. Because in my opinion, Audrey Marks, she only come out and said what she have to say because the pressure was getting too much on her. She never wanted to become the spotlight. But when she get exposed as a person behind it or involved with it, she come out and give these kind of propaganda. I don't believe her, and I don't think many Jamaicans believe her either. But I am more concerned in how and when we can stop them from actually going any further.
Well, we have to take the street again, my brother. We have to take the street. Now, too, we about that. We and right now, as we speak, I think that we have some, we are working out the logistics of that. You understand, to do it again, and this time do it, in a very, make sure that we have more Jamaicans participated, right?
Do we have enough time to do that?
Well, very good question, because the government is not telling us as it relates to when these people will be landed. And as far as me concerned, we don't know if, you understand, people already landed. We don't know nothing, my brother. The government totally kept us in the dark.
There must be people somewhere.
All right.
Who can, the same way the leak come out through the gleaner.
All right.
There must have people
Blessing
who can
call.
give you some information.
All right. Let me just take another call, because a lot of people is calling me. All right, cool. Let me just, okay. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Mystic, bless up.
Blessings, my brother.
All right, blessing melting pot, my son. Bless up. Well, you're a Mystic.
Yes.
Real quick, I just want to put something in perspective for you,
Yeah, man.
Because context matters, brother.
Context matters, yes.
Context matters, brother. So real quick, let me just remind people on the chat room of the extradition order that has been sent by the United States. All right? Now, my first thing is Mr. Crosby. I'm going to say that name one more time. Mr. Hugh Crosby.
Cross carry. Cross carry.
Yeah, cross carry.
Yes.
Cross carry.
Yes, cross carry.
Cross carry.
Cross carry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. Cross carry. Come on. So, let me. How long is this man tentacles? Like, is this guy like some kind of giant octopus? Because his tentacles stretch a long way, Mystic.
And you're right.
It's stretching. It's stretching a long way. This man must be some kind of giant octopus. Huh? Am I lying? And I hope Head Boy can call after I hang up this conversation.
You're correct. You're correct. It's tentacle. Yeah, man. You're correct.
Does it stretch that far? Does it stretch that far to have diplomats going through this situation to the point where they can make decisions?
If they expose you, cross carry, you understand the entire government is going to be exposed. The entire government is going to be exposed. So they have to try to protect you cross carry.
It's hilarious how much power this man has. Does he have this much power?
Well,
Jamaica. Hold on, Mystic, hold on. Jamaica, do you realize they arrested this man? They arrested this man. They arrested him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And all of a sudden, nobody heard about what's going on with his prosecution. But they arrested him. What's going on here? Just like the last caller said, connect the dots. Connect the dots. Read between the lines. Right? And you know what's even funnier, Mystic? Let me tell you what's even funnier. You send home the Cubans. What was it, a month ago? You sent the Cubans home a month ago, but then now you're sending people back to Jamaica? You're sending them back to help Jamaica? To help? Are you serious?
It's crazy.
What is this? What is this? What are we, some kind of PlayStation 5 game that you can play us over and over? But you see, the knowledge of the people, this is why Manly putting Jamal in a bit. Listen to me, brother. This is what Manly putting Jamal for, so people can build them IQ level. You see, if your IQ level sit at a certain level, you're not going to understand what me I say right now, You're going to look for me like that. Brother, what you talking about? You see me, I do it?
Yes.
Let me say it one more time. Hugh Croskery. What's his name? Croskery?
Cross-carry.
Croskery. He got arrested, people. He's supposed to be prosecuted. It's been about, what, 6 months now?
Well,
Near 7 months since you got arrested?
I mean,
What's taking...
The whole thing is showing you the tentacles of Andrew Wallace and the extended corruption.
Jesus.
It's crazy, my brother.
People, pay attention. Stop following the headlines and read between the lines. Don't let these people fool you. Everything's a trick. The United States come out and they tell you plain blank. Let me tell you something about Donald Trump and his administration. He's going to come out and tell you plain what's going on, what he's going to do to you. There's no secrecy in the United States. They're not going to do it because they know it's going to come out in the files.
Exactly.
As simple as that.
As simple as that.
You arrest Hugh Croskery, and all of a sudden all of this pops out. We're sending what is called? What do they say? Rapists and deplicable human beings. I can't even explain the word, but listen to me, people. There was an expedition order sent to Jamaica. Do you understand? There was an expedition order sent to Jamaica, and Hugh Croskery wasn't the only one on that list. But because he was the most easiest target. Do you understand? In the Angel Homeless corruption, they pinpointed him.
And even though we are not hearing anything about the extradition, right? It just flat. And this is how the United States now has Andrew Holness as a spawn, because they have everything on him. You know. The 700,000 that he put in Citibank, right? They have that on him. You cross carry as it relates to SSL. Remember that several Americans would have lost money into SSL, right? That is the United States dollars. So all of these things, he's just singing for United States.
The SWIFT system, when you hit the SWIFT system, listen to me. People, I mean, let me just say something to the people in the audience. Listen. The United States is the police of the world. Let me just put it like this. If they want it in simple form, let me get it in simple form for them. The United States are the police of the world. The world that we live on, the planet Earth. Yes, they're the police. You understand? The currency that runs through the United States system, it's documented. Okay? Anything that you spend in United States currency, when it comes to a certain number, it's documented. And it will hit the SWIFT system. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying to you, family in the audience. Hugh Croskery, after his arrest, this is basically an avalanche that we're looking at. You know the avalanches, you know when the snow builds up in the Colorado mountains and you make a loud noise and the avalanche comes down tumbling? This is what it is. Okay? There's nothing that Audrey Marks can say. There's nothing that Andrew Holness can say. They come out and trick you with some kind of video with a woman in green. Audrey Marks is going to come out and say what she could say because that's all she can say, because her knowledge is not even up to date.
Exactly.
You understand? The Chinese man, Mr. Chang, or Asian, or whatever he is, he doesn't even know all the information because he can't even fly to the United States. The United States won't even speak to him because they know he's a criminal. To me, all of this, head boy, I just hope you call in after I just make this statement. Listen to me. Hugh Croskery, okay, started the whole thing when it tumbled down. It was the start of him. All of a sudden, he got arrested. Now we're getting despicable people to come to Jamaica, right? Under a certain thing that they even got passed yet in the United States. People, listen to what I'm saying to you. Read between the lines. There's something going on here that has not been discovered yet. And it will be a bombshell if it does. But there is a trickle effect in everything that this government does. All right. This is the trickle effect.
All right, Carla. Let me just give you a minute, because remember that we take away melting pot time, right? So we want to turn back the tune to melting pot.
Yeah, man, melting pot. Big up yourself, brother. But
all right.
Just listen to me.
Respect, Carla.
Okay, it's an avalanche. And stay tuned for the next weeks to come. Big up the Mystic Sensation.
Blessings.
Big up to all the family in the chat. You know we here, man. We linked in.
All
Bless
right.
up, brother.
Blessings. Cool. Yes, melting pot. Yes. Go ahead. Sorry to cut it here.
Well, just to expand on a few points where they call just a project, you know. Who get the money and when and what not do the money. And the fundamental, you know. Yeah, a key component question them there for the government answer. You understand? Because when it's not a free scheme, you know. It's a scheme where involve money. Yeah. And at the same time, the whole project is so tarnished with corruption from the Trump administration that it a filter through. I'm sure it's a corrupted country with corrupted leader who destroy the people with torture and, you know, inhumane treatment. Sign up for the scheme. Canada don't sign up for it. UK don't sign up for it. Australia and New Zealand, those, you know, a well-established Commonwealth country, them don't sign up for it. Just watch the country them have sign up for it, no man. A country where the leader them participate in a drugs and guns and ammunition trade and money laundering, we are touch SWIFT system and a Ponzi scheme like where you have the SSL there. Yeah. Because the next high point question is about you crash story, where the caller make mention on. Now we know it's the second time in our eyes where Jamaica law enforcement stage where you call no hanky panky arrest. Them do it with real read and them do it with crash story. Them down on an arrest. We see on an arrest to get to you, them. We see the state of position on have them when you go for them. Them well handcuffed tight and one handcuff well draped, them pants crutches a cut underneath them crutches. You understand? So you know it go. We never see them there with real read. We see real read under what? Tiger skin cover up. Yeah, like them hide them identity when everybody know them who live over there. Yeah. So we look upon these things as, unacceptable within the society. Yeah, we don't want a government administrate like that. And we don't want a police force deal with matters of security. And, like always them are deal with. Yeah, so crash curry. Yeah, we need fear thing too. Yeah, and red case need to get off of the desk of the judge them now. At time that gets settled. You see, because the more they wait and suppress them cases, the more it shows on corrupt, Yeah, but we know real thing can't get no statute of limitation to bar it, yeah, and for free, That have to go through the process. That have to go through the judiciary. You understand? So we are watch all them things there, yeah. And it's bad when a government pride itself on controversy, where controversy no stop for light, and that's all. And that's everything about Andrew Willis administration right now. Full of controversy. Yeah. A base scammer and corrupt and mafia in a Andrew thing. Because there's no way Jamaica government should have participated in a scheme like this, a corrupted scheme. A scheme that basically everybody can say it a destroy human race. Yeah. Because Trump now not care toward the human race. Since Trump becomes president of America, he engage himself in some battlefield where all it do is just take people's life. There's nothing to achieve to show to the United States go out there so and benefit from this warrior where them engaging in. No, them not show nothing because them not achieve nothing on the battlefield all now. You understand? All what Trump do, it just hurt people worldwide. The tariff, the Strait of Hormuz, no oil not trade again, oil price go up, and wheat at earth. So them money, we can't accept them money in our society worldwide. And we can't accept Andrew Willis being a part of them money day to day. I fear where them are run behind the scene where a guy have things I give away, I wanna know. But it soon have a reveal, And Jamaica people are going to shock and surprise to know say I really have something this guy did to Trump. I remember the MO with them sign, Yeah, Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, with them sign. Them can go back on that, There's no way them can say they're going to participate. That have to go through. Because Trump now accept no cancellation, nothing. So with that sign and seal already, and Trump make sure you get the money. But the government now tell the public in Jamaica how much them get, and when them get it, and when them get it.
But melting pot with the level of corruption with Andrew Willis, right, and his administration and Trump administration have all, you understand, the shits on them. There is no way that Andrew Willis can bargain with Trump. Trump is not. Let me tell you something, melting pot. Trump administration, no, no bargaining with Andrew Willis, When Marco Rubio come, or any dialogue that Marco Rubio is going to have with them, is more like, you understand, he is instructing them what is expected of them. So there is no bargaining chip that Andrew Holness have because he's compromised. When you have compromise, you can't bargain.
True.
You understand? So that is very serious. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's help straighten your
I mean, we see it, you know. Yeah, because I mean, if I have to give the nurses them, you know, and doctor them, you know, send them back to Cuba, you know. Yeah. But right now, what we are do? It's like we are replace the whole of them work people, them skilled work people with criminal and come to the country where Andrew Marks are proclaimed to them as skilled people. We know them not skilled. We know who them is already, and we don't need Andrew Marks to shed no light on the type of people who are coming to the country. We already hear from Rubio as to who they are. Yeah, even Trump tell you who they are. Yeah. So I can understand why Andrew Marks want to change it. But she claims to say when she had the interview and I introduced herself, said she's an entrepreneur. Well, we know what that means. Business people, so it's like she go do a business. God, that the whole of them is in her Andrew cabinet, you know. Business people, them not really for the people in our politics in Jamaica. Yeah. Because when did she become an entrepreneur? What type of business she have? Well, because you can't, the remittance thing was she running, you know. I rob them, I rob Jamaican people, you know. Rob them, I rob Jamaican people. Because when you send foreign money to your people and forget foreign money, a guy enough to take it and give worthless money and benefit from the money. So it's a propaganda robbing scheme, the whole of them set up down at Jamaica. So, yeah. And them continue it. Now this thing not supposed to happen, everybody know it. Because Jamaica not in a prime position. We are the first world country, we are third world country. Why would we want to take 10,000 and people want to fabricate the number to, you know? Because you don't hear them mention say 10,000. They want to talk about a little small portion where they might take this 25. Yeah, and people, all of them have different opinion on the 25. Because originally I heard Dr. Crab said 25 a week. Yeah. That would give you 100 of them for the month. And then them come back and change it. And I said 25 every 2 weeks. But there's a tape out there where him in an original format when he does talk about this thing. Him tell us 25 a week. But the more them hear the discussion as to the number, them try to make it more, you know, reasonable. Yeah, them make sure say 25 every 2 weeks, so yeah, say 50 a month. No, it was 100 every month.
All right, Pat, we
Yeah.
have a minute to wrap up because we have some more things to discuss.
Yeah, but this is how them lie to the public. Yeah, that a scheme like this, yeah, we want to get involved in it. I want to get busted. I want to still alive. Can't be trusted. This administration needs to go. Yeah, Jamaica need a clean, you know, upstanding individual around the country. Not a criminal who compromise with and do everything day and night. Right now, we as Jamaican, we don't know what happening. Yeah. And we need to know, so we have to change the leadership of the country, and then we can know what we have, because checks and balance we done, and you know, the new administration will tell me what we have, what them give it, and we can deal with some boy and some more, you know, stringent way, where we hold them and send them to prison. I yield back the floor to you, Sir Lord Byron.
All right, melting pot. Now, let me say something, Jamaica, in terms of Andrew Holness' trickery that he continues to do, and people don't realize this. Whenever Andrew Holness' administration call out into an explosion as it relates to corruption, Andrew Holness always go to a particular site. It is not the first time he has done it, right? And speak about business development and so forth and so forth. Now I'm going to show you a pattern with Andrew Holness. Right? But before I get into that, let me show a document as it relates to what is happening to relating to the TCN. So here it is, right? Jamaica diaspora takes deportee deal to Capitol Hill. Jamaican American demands Congress probe secret TCN pact. And this was the 5th of July, 2026. So this is the person, right, who is definitely in the charge, right, dealing with the issue, the situation for Jamaica. Here it is. Montego Bay, Jamaica, July 5th, 2026. Calvin G. Brown, Caribbean Affairs. The question Kingston will not answer are now headed to Washington because a peer hide-and-seek Andrew Holness is is playing. So might as well, right, in terms of what being pursued here, right, we try to get the entire facts. Now, Patrick A. Beckford, a Jamaican national residing in New Jersey, has written to the United States Senators Cory Booker and Andy Kim and Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman, formally requesting congressional oversight of the Memorandum of Understanding between the government of Jamaica and the United States for the transfer of third country nationals, an arrangement negotiated in secret, confirmed only after it was exposed by the press and defended ever since with semantics rather than substance. Exactly. So if they're successful in terms of achieving this, then of course, then a lot of things will be exposed. Writing as a constituent of New Jersey, a Jamaican American, and someone deeply committed to democratic accountability, transparency, and rule of law, Beckford is careful to frame his intervention as an oversight request rather than an accusation. But the 15 questions he poses land like a charge sheet against two governments that are between them, offer the public remarkably little. Now listen, the 15 questions two governments won't answer. Beckford wants to know whether a formal MOU exists, and if so, whether the complete document will be made available to Congress and the public. He asks how many TCNs are expected to be transferred, because what we are hearing from them, we don't know if it's true, in terms of 25 weekly or whatever, we just don't know. You understand? They are telling us as a so-called MOU that they are reading from, and we don't even know if that MOU is a legitimate MOU. We are dealing with Andrew Holness, we are dealing with a scammer, we are dealing with a corrupter, we are dealing with someone who signed, right, pre-signed letter, predated letter. You understand? This is the person that we are dealing with. We are dealing with an outright criminal, right? So he asks how many TCNs are expected to be transferred. What categories of individual are covered? Families, children, asylum seekers, are individuals with criminal convictions. Remember, say Andrew Holness come out and a defend it. You understand? Say there is no criminal. Want Jamaican to be soft. You understand? On the issue. You understand? So he might try to break the ice in saying that, okay, there is no criminal. Well, Andrew Holness can't know that. We know some dangerous criminals are amongst them. And guess what? Marco Rubio already said it explicitly clear. Marco Rubio never hide. Marco Rubio said, we want some third country nationals to say what? The most despicable, the most deplorable, right? Child molesters, pedophiles, rapists, and you name it. Right? Marco Rubio never put on him mouth on ground. Marco Rubio talk up the things. Now, and how long each will remain in Jamaica? Then come the questions with teeth. Was any financial assistance, reimbursement, grant, loan, or other consideration offered, promised, or exchanged between the two governments. Now when you have liar, nasty, or strong come out and talk about there was no money, you understand? You know, you can accept, you know, you're just doing a favor, right? We are just doing a favor for United States in taking these people. There is no money involved. We are friends of United States. Well, let me tell you something. United States not seek friend. United States have interests. And this is all to the fact that you are corrupted. You understand? United States, in a little predicament with them people here, right? United States is going to push this down your throat. You have seen example in Panama, where the Panama Prime Minister tried to reject against Trump. And what Trump said? Trump said, if you resist, we are going to force and we are going to take over the Panamanian Canal. You never hear that? You never hear that? So we know, say, Andrew Holness no have no bargaining chip for Trump. He cannot argue. He cannot argue. So it is not like a situation in terms of what Andrew Holness and Audrey Marks saying to us, that, you know, we have extensive dialogue. The United States are in no extensive dialogue with someone who corrupt the system and who have much people under investigation. Plus, share them right now, they face judicial review. United States are in no argument with you know. United States, look here. It is not like you people are decent people. You don't have no leverage with the United States, you know. When we say you don't have no leverage, you just don't have no leverage. So when United States say, political prostitute Andrew Holness come here, so come lie down here, so I open up your two legs to him. I'm ready for you. You can tell Donald Trump saying now open them the leg there. Eh? The only thing that Donald Trump expect from you is for you to ask you, oh, why you want them, boss? That is what United States expect from you, and you can't give United States no chat.
Mighty God.
The other day, let me show you a perfect example so you can't give United States no chat. The other day, you go on a platform and you talk about Cubans assist us and so forth, and you do your local talking, and somebody in the Congress listen to you, you know, and they don't like how you sound, you know. And immediately, them say, hey, take it back. Take it back. As a matter of fact, we're not getting on time. We're not getting on chance. Send them out. Make them left. No! They never ask you. You can't bargain. And you were so ashamed. You understand? You lap your tail like a little lap dog. After you come out, you understand and can talk how Cuba this and Cuba that, which is true. Because you are ungrateful and because you are corrupted. You have by Cuba in our neck because you are compromised. So when me hear you know, and Audrey Marks, and you know they talk to the woman in green, if you think you ain't good, look how you work hard. And the police they work hard. You have no backside bargaining chip. Eh? Because when United States attack you, United States not even talk to you hard, you know. Eh? United States, whenever United States want to embarrass you, like when you fly from here to America, and then decide if you say, all right, take off your shoes and do a bench press. How you go? Take off your shoes. How you go melting pot? How can I press them do?
Press up, man.
No, I don't press up, man. Do something, what do you call it?
Yeah, wait, let me the one where them
When am I test them for drugs?
Cough and squat.
Cough and squat. When United States, other day now, I'm going to show you now, say, you're a real dog will lap your tail. You understand? You're embarrassed, you know. When United States, so go over there, so, and take off your shoes and pull out your belt. And come over here, so come cough and squat.
Squat and cough.
Squat and cough. When United States come tell us a squat and cough. No squat and cough, man. But you come out and talk about, or is trying to talk about, we have extensive dialogue with the United States. I wish Box had extensive dialogue.
You can't have with the United States, you mad.
You can chat to the United States. If you have extensive dialogue, tell Craft to travel over there. Tell Craft to go over the United States. Eh? Tell Dr. Craft, you know, see, other day, Darrell Vaz, go on the arm. Go on the ship. And when in the ship melting pot, cold set to wash him like hell. He need them trim like leaf.
I tell you, all the man face wrinkle.
You understand? Don't all our soldiers say. You understand? Darrell Vaz make Lego one big fart.
Yeah, then we take him, man. Then we take him. Then we take him off. I've got that gas pan.
Big fart. Yeah, man. Big fart. Gas going rear. No.
Yeah, man.
And you know that you have leverage. What kind of leverage you have? You think Jamaican people are idiot? You take Jamaican people for idiot? No, let me go and read on here, man. Let me go and read on. American and Jamaican negotiated a sign and signed the deal. No negotiation, no go on. America says sign it.
Sign it, yeah.
And the argument done. Sign this boy, and the argument done. Which government initiated discussion leading to the agreement? Was Congress consulted before implementation? And what legal authority authorized the executive branch to enter into this arrangement? So let me show you something now. To the fact, as I say, United States never engaged them, But now, true, because the whole corruption and the whole compromise and the evil what he want to do because he want to stay in the power. You understand? If he continue to corrupt. And this now is sell out Jamaica final. God over United States, send Andrew Marks over United States. Creep on them knee. Hey, me say, you can't walk in Michael Manley shoes. You can't walk in Michael Manley shoes. No, each question strikes precisely where official accounts have been weakest. When Jamaica's National Security Minister, Dr. Horace Chang, the man who WikiLeaks have, you understand, to be the run guns and run drugs, was asked at a post-cabinet briefing what Jamaica was getting out of the arrangement. He dismissed the question as irrelevant. You know, if he dismissed it as irrelevant, irrelevant. Because they know what they're going to get. You understand? Because we just expose the document and show you, say, all right, United States, let have money upon them. You understand? If you take the worst of all, and Jamaica, let me tell you something. Other countries, other Caribbean countries can bargain with the United States who are not corrupted like Andrew in saying that, okay, all right, we will take, you say we will take 25, we will take 10, and so forth and so forth. And they can bargain because they are not corrupted. United States don't have nothing over them. You understand? United States don't have nothing over them. But because they know the United States are big bully, they have to use diplomacy to deal with United States. You understand what I say? But certain Caribbean countries, United States can't go with this. Can't go with this. Remember the document of the show? They show you say the countries that being targeted are the countries that highly corrupted. The countries that targeted are the countries that highly corrupted. So now, when asked which side initiated the deal, here and now, his answer appeared to contradict themselves. You know, so may I try to show you? Horace Chang, you understand? They say United States initiate. Andrew Marks, I say United States initiate. And see Andrew Honest one like him a big snake eye salesman. You understand? Go and talk to the lady in a full green. You understand how which part shit escape him out. The truth escape him out. People, the truth escape Andrew Honest's mouth. Say, for the first time in our life, the truth escape him out. When him say, the facts is that United States didn't approach us. Jamaica hear that, you know. And there's no spinning, can't spin from Big Mama or Charles Davis tomorrow morning. You understand? Mystic Sensation open up that. Mystic Sensation widen it and dash out a door. When asked why deportees could not simply be flown home from the United States, which has direct air link to more than 110 countries against Jamaica, 2,000. He called it a technical issue, my backside. Had deal wrapped in semantics. When you listen now, people, the Homeless Administration insists the individuals covered are not deportees at all. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Marco Rubio tell us I deportee them. Donald Trump tell us I deportee them. So when I say, appear different things when I say. One, them are not deportee. The next thing when I say, you understand, as skilled workers, you people can pursue. The next thing when I say, a United States make mistake and conflate the issue. And while when I say that, when I say a United States initiate, well, guess what? Andrew, let's dash the two under our moving trailer.
All right.
Andrew, let's dash the two under our getaway train. Now, daily persons in transit, up to 25 every 2 weeks, held for roughly 14 days under International Organization for Migration Supervision. With transfer pause if more than 10 remain on the island within a 30-day window. Yet the MOU itself reportedly uses the word deportee. Who knows sign of deportee when the MOU use deportee? What can go so? And Amnesty International described third country removal in precisely those terms. They are deportee. But the Andrew Holness, the canner, the scammer, believes, say, all right, he's so smart. You understand? He's a big chess player. Chuck, we can't talk to them, man. We can't deal with them, man. You understand? When we talk to them, them absorb that. So you know you run and you try to come off with a little Harm's house. Go and talk to Miss Lady Green. You understand? And twist down Miss Lady Green head. But I would like that Miss Lady Green, they listen to me tonight and see the evidence when they come out upon you and realize you have a dirty, nasty liar. Eh? The Opposition People's National Party has won the arrangement places Jamaica, internal security, international standing and fragile social infrastructure at severe risk. A risk assumed while thousands of Hurricane Melissa survivors remain without homes. Can you imagine on a look on a level how we can mistake that document away? Now Jamaica, when you look on the level of evil as it relates to Andrew Holness, but I'm glad saying go talk to the woman there in green, you know. Right? I'm glad saying go talk to the woman in green. You understand? And see, you know, he just coming like Satan just kick out the word out of his mouth. And make he say, why not he say, melting pot. Now, melting pot, you want to address the situation before our move on. Tell me, talk to me fast.
I could touch a little bit now.
Touch a little
bit.
bit.
You know, we have to continue the journey and the saga with this guy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sometimes, you know, cock mouth kill cock.
True.
And we like when the cock mouth kill the cock. Because the cock can't see nobody which hunt off at him or I say nothing. You know, that is dumbfounded and not have no merit towards it. Yeah. We know what them are sign up for. Yeah, but we still need explanation because we know them get the money already. Yeah, we're done with the signing up thing. Just tell you how the money part go, you know, because them can't redact on what them do, you know. Them done sign the MOU. I remember Trump, them not deal with cancellation. And them not deal with abandonment. Yeah, you have to go through with the protocol where you sign up to. Yeah, so Andrew have to know when I'm going to work out this, you know. We have to come clean to the people at Jamaica. Yeah, because it can't be that you take a money for yourself, you know. And then I'll leave taxpayers now to take up the burden for a responsibility for these people. Yeah, so other part they have to clear up. Yeah. So we can touch on another subject line before we lose the time.
Okay. Now let us show Jamaica as it relates to scammer Andrew. Whenever any explosion started and he exposing corruption, he always go to a particular site you understand, and tell people not to focus on the corruption, right? But focus on Andrew Holness' business. I'm going to show you how Andrew Holness wicked. I'm going to show you how Andrew Holness wicked. And the first time he do this, you know. Now, do you remember when the issue come out with Darrell Vaz and the 110 school bus? I'm going to show you something, people. Let me just bring up the situation in terms of where we are going. I'm going to show you how Andrew Holness work. And people must look, you understand, in terms of Andrew Holness' evil behavior. Now, let us play this.
Up first this evening, more details are emerging on the government's rural school bus system that has been at the center of public debate over the past few weeks. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz has rejected declarations that the 110 buses were imported by an agency, El Hydro Limited, that was not certified to do so. In an interview with our news team, Mr. Vaz said the ministry is the importer of the buses. The Gleaner headline, El Hydro got $1.4 billion school bus contract without dealer status. Company confirms submitting unsolicited proposal. Has been making waves on social media platforms since Sunday morning. Moments later, this tweet from Transport Minister Darrell Vaz rejecting the story. The ministry also issued a statement Sunday morning stating that it was the Transport Ministry that imported the buses and not El Hydro. Right, so what role did El Hydro play? Our news team spoke to Mr. Vaz. Right.
After this big scandal come out, you understand, this is how Andrew Holness show him destruction. So we shot Andrew Holness gone now. You understand, go show the people them say, they not to focus, they are not to focus on Darrell Vaz's criminality. You understand? But focus on what he's doing. A private sector do it, you know. But I'm going to show you something. See, so in Ghana, people, when you listen. No, from this.
CIBC. Similarly to the Morant Bay Urban Center, which, you know, we all know is constructed and open and all of that stuff. And we went there, Travis Sam went there and take a look at it, which is, again, the urban center in Morant Bay. No, this one is similarly to that one. The Bonebrook facility will be a hub for commerce and entertainment, housing government entities, right? Government entities will be there. You know, the parish council and all these things, of course, they are going to be there. So the government entities will be housed at this Bonebrook facility. Educational facilities, financial institutions, private sectors entities such as fast food and fine dining, all right, all of these, gaming, location, medical facilities, business processing, outsourcing, which is BPO, entities, legal service, beauty salons, and much more. Guys, it's going to be a one-stop shop for a lot of stuff. And this is the Bonebrook Business Center. Now, let me tell you some more. Now, the Prime Minister, which we all know in Jamaica, is Mr. Andrew Michael Holness, who delivers the main address at the groundbreaking.
We are going to develop an industrial estate in Bonebrook, and that development will see the consolidation in one place of all the government services that are spread all over in Port Antonio. It is going to give space for business process outsourcing development, BPO, that will generate significant employment for the young people of Portland.
I want to show people what Andrew Holness has been doing. You understand? So him try to use that now to kill the argument with Darrell Vaz. Now look at our people. Now we have the TCN situation. We're going to show now a thing what Andrew Holness and do again. Right? We have the TCN situation. Right? The big uproar as it relates to the TCN. So listen, Jamaica, because we know we have the TCN issue. We're going to show
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has broken his silence on the controversial Third Country National Agreement with the United States. The Prime Minister addressed the issue during Monday's interview with the senior journalist Cliff Hughes on Nationwide News Network. When pressed about the issue, Dr. Holness described the concerns of Jamaicans as, quote, almost to the point of ridiculous, end quote. The Prime Minister explained further that, quote, "We're not doing anything that 28 other countries, including within this region, have done," end quote. Dr. Holness also strongly denied that his government was forced to accept the deportees by the Trump administration. The Prime Minister added that
people want to hear it again. Want to hear Andrew Holness, what Andrew Holness say again? That his administration, Jamaica, was not forced by the United States. Want to hear it again for yourself. All right.
the United States has asked other countries that it considers its friends to assist them in managing their immigration challenges. Dr. Holness argued Jamaicans have to abandon 1970s notions of operating in the world, adding that, quote, "We are using our foreign policy for our economic and social development," end quote. The Prime Minister also addressed why the deal was not disclosed to the public before it surfaced through the Gleaner's news report.
You can't discuss the deal because, you understand, you know definitely the secrecy and what you plan to do. Now, Jamaica, let us take that away, honey. So, Jamaica, after time come from Cliff Hughes, you guess and tell me we shall the Prime Minister gone again. Melting pot. After time come from Cliff Hughes, me show you what I'm doing one time the thing with Daryl Vaz, you know. You understand? We shot him go a Brown Brook. You understand? Try to distract the people. Now when this situation came up, guess and tell me, Melting Pot, we shot the Prime Minister go again. After time come from over Cliff Hughes. Talk to me.
Well, remember this guy, that guy was going on over the shop.
All right, hold on a Melting Pot. All right, hold on there. Because let me show you where the Prime Minister gone. Let me show you where the Prime Minister go again. The Prime Minister gone back a Brown Brook again, people. See that me not tell no lie. Jamaica
They can tell about TCN and all the other things that can distract from the
people. See me again. Remember, you know, the Daryl Vaz issue come up. You understand? The man went to Brown Brook to try to cause destruction. Now the TCN things come back again. See Andrew Holness gone back to Brown Brook here. Andrew Holness, let me tell you something. We know about the Brown Brook. And we don't want to hear it again. I hope when the Integrity Commission ready for dash out a file, you don't go back to Brown Brook again for the third time. Tap that Brown Brook. But people hear him. Down back to Brown Brook again. Down back to Brown Brook again for so destruction. Are you listening?
progress that is being made. Yeah. Right across Jamaica. Brick by brick.
Brick by I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.
So why would I then agree?
When you see how the engineer laugh, because the engineer knows he's a stunt him a pull off, you know. When you look on the engineer beside him and laugh, you know, because the engineer, look, the last time him do it, you know, him do it with the same engineer, you know. And see it now, the second time I do it with the same engineer. So the engineer laugh because the engineer knows it's a stunt, this camera pull off. And the engineer said, Jesus, please, God of heaven. Well, I'm good. I'm good. Want to listen, people?
To take criminals here. Why would I put in peril all of that hard work of the police force and the military? It's nonsense. And we have been very clear. And there is no country that could force me to take criminals.
Now, people, you hear what I'm lying. You hear what I'm lying. Now, this is the same man was said. When the journalist asked him if there is anyone in our cabinet that under investigation for illicit enrichment. Now, this man has said, him look far and him look wide, and there is no person in our cabinet nor in the parliament that he knows under investigation. And why do I say that to know? Him under investigation in the people. Where the Integrity Commission tell him that he has been investigating for illicit enrichment, you know. So hear him now. Want us to believe the shit what they come out of him now. Listen.
Having gone through what we have gone through.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
And I want to make it absolutely clear
So then lie.
that there is no such thing.
So then lie.
So,
you know, you're the goonies behind them. So they lie. So the ego, I say them are real goonies. You know? Me say them are real goonies. You understand? But see it, Brown Brook again. Someone want to know. You understand? Take him away on him because I don't want to listen to him any longer. Right? But him a billion not here though. So Melting Pot, I want you to come talk to me now, Melting Pot. As it relates to the Prime Minister pattern of behavior. That whenever I'm exposed, whenever I'm caught up in a corruption, he run Ghana Brown Book to try to cause destruction. Now the Tcn situation come. He run Ghana Brown Book again. Melting Pot, I want you warn him. I want you warn him in a Melting Pot. Warn him say, when the Integrity Commission ready for dash out in file, we don't want him to go back to Brown Book. Talk to him, Melting Pot.
Brown Book cannot help him, So we waste time for go Brown Book with the Integrity Commission. You can go Brown Book with other thing, but not with the Integrity Commission. But as me I said, we know Andrew Wallace is a guy we go all over the shop. And you see him involved in some little places with some small-minded people. People have no description. Like Rydell Rowe, them type of people, and Kevin Smith. So him go, and you know him go at the monkey man too, you know. Yeah, so we know him go all over the shop. Go look goods. Yeah. And this thing now go work. Science can't run Jamaica, Andrew. Yeah, so the man them gonna fleece you. Yeah. When you take the country and who have to bring back the country. Yeah, for them thing bigger than your thing, which is science. You understand? And people power where you use and take back a country from you. Yeah, use science to keep you, you know. We are moving with the people power. You understand? And your science now, I better you go park that one side because you're a repeater and you like anything where you're successful at and anywhere it is set up and organized, you try to do a ritual and go back through the same process. So up there so for Brooks, and up there now you over your man there. And you find yourself in a problem, you run down there so. We're up there so. Well, we are making it now, will help you. Yeah. Remember, you know, we predict your ending at 2026, you know. And whether you want to believe it, yes or no, it is bound to happen. Yeah, 2026, before it ends, you are go. That's why you're under so much scrutiny, you know, and that's why, yeah, the old house, them not tumble down upon you, them are closing upon you. Yeah, them are closing to the point where you're going to start feeling squeeze harder. Are you have a run, you know? We now have to tell you for relinquish the country. That's when time the gap closing upon you, you are going to just come out and surprise the nation and say you resign. You can't we are telling you to deal with it long time, you know. The country bigger than you. Yeah? And, you know, your days are when you do the high level criminality and corruption and you now get exposed. That gone off of the shelf. You're well exposed now. Lonesome mystic myself, Rattigan, attack the press, talk your mind. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Are focusing and dialing upon you. Because you're too dangerous, you know. Yeah. And we don't like dangerous people have anything to do with country or with people. We don't like it. What we want a man to come take the country like how you did promise the people when you are campaigning in 2015. So you can fix the country problem. You have all the mechanism for solve Jamaican problem to the extent where man can sleep with them door and window open. You go bring big power plant come at Jamaica and reduce electricity bill for the people. Yeah, and you know make promises, you make commitment. But what we still do? You can't make one commitment out of the 100-year promise where you make to the people in Jamaica. Not one commitment, tick off of that, You're a failure. And, I'm going to fail with, you rob with. Because how is it that you get the highest amount of money for salary as a prime minister in the history? And not just Jamaica, but in the Caribbean. You and your cabinet. But we don't do no work, so you rob the country left, right, and center. And we pay you. And you know work. We pay your cabinet member, them not work, them do the same thing like you. All of you are business people. Like what you hear Audrey Marks said. She's an entrepreneur. Then why you not stick to your entrepreneurship? Why you venture into politics? When we do all our business, get some Jamaican man, some employment space, man. More people want job, all our business people want to each up in our politics. And I go in a parliament, go desecrate the House of Representatives. That's what I'm doing. Andrew can't certify him for going ways. The next Andrew Wheatley, him can't certify him for going ways. And remember, we can call out people where we know. We don't need IC to tell the rest of them. We don't need that. We know them by nature. We know them. And we know them by name. We know who are the criminals in the party. We know who make money and where they make the money from. Yeah, we know who I live larger than life. Out of like a poor country like Jamaica. Because when you have all size 14, I run 3 projects. Just up on the hillside of a lease flat. But one of our projects just value 200 million less a billion. 800 million for one project, and that's smaller than the rest of them. I've sit down and fold their arm and ask themselves, all them people that get so rich, so quick. That you have to do, Because you cannot, for the love of nothing at all, see how them get rich. For them riches there, you can't see it because them don't work for it. We don't pay the type of salary to give the money where we don't value. Yeah? And then what we do? We don't lie to the people on top of it when people are exposed, go on like to when people are, accused of the things we want to participate in. We don't want to fully participate in a corruption, and we don't want to rob the country, and we know we want to suppress, and we know Andrew give the country sovereignty. It's only a matter of time before it gets revealed. You long Byron a preach on sovereignty. And because they compromise, we are critical thinker. We know then Trump now will look for you and say, well, Andrew, you what up now? I want 9-acre beachland, You can't tell Trump now, You can't tell him say that too much, you can't give him 8. Him no want 8. Him say he want 9. You have to give him 9-acre beachland. Because you compromise. Now me and Madeline can't talk to she. She have backbone. You not have no balls. Yeah. Me and Madeline now run him with. Because him can't engage her in a nothing like this. But him engage you in a them illicit corruption by you giving away the country sovereignty to Trump and make the Trump empire swell more. Remember Donald Trump, a businessman, him have him Trump empire, before him come to politics, And so Donald Trump have a lot of business we can absorb anything with Andrew gain. It now go to United States, That Trump won investment that. So we are Jamaican now, we have to push back on the government and we are saying enough is enough. We want the change. Because we want to clear up some gruesome crime with upon the DPP, this and them big liar, this there, the prosecutor and all them people there. Them desk full up of over 3,000 unsolved cases in our local country. We want them to clean up and we are work towards that. Because anytime you so move Andrew, we are break down all the social barriers, Like what Michigan and Smiley think about, We have to break down social barrier, man. free up the place to the people them. The people are the power of the country. Yeah. And the people are the massive of the country. Yeah. Bigger than PSOJ, bigger than the 63 them were in the House of Representatives. Yeah, the people outweigh that. So we have to free up the thing for the people them, bring back the love and unity to the country, give back the people them, you know, what is rightfully theirs, like them beach. We have to give them back that, you know. Yeah, man, and we have to free them from under policeman. That's what I have to dismantle and all them thing there. And what if I work, we have to continue upon the journey, my people. But as usual, you know, say all good things come to an end, you know. I know my brother, you know, have everything ready for take on the journey another day. So, you know, I'm closing out time because we're gone over the time.
All right.
Right? Yeah, so we know all good things come to an end. So we are telling the people them I do that. So we're right now. We don't have no beach, you know. So we don't have no sun and we don't have no road. So safe travel upon the gravel. But you're going back the floor to the horse.
All right, as what Melting Pot said, right? But I mean, it was good to really have the people passing through and listen, right, to what we have to say and see the evidence, right, that we presented as it relates to Andrew Holness initiate, right, the United States. And for me, let me say this. I believe the reason as to why he did it, because prior to them approaching the United States, they all had their covert plan, right, as it relates to the fact that they are under investigation and the investigation is getting intense. Andrew Holness know that if he lose power, right, it is very serious for him. He's doing everything. So I believe that, of course, the TCN program, he deliberately engaged, right, to use them in such a way where he could now covertly, right, use them to, you know, influence a political outcome. I am not going to stop from saying, because I strongly believe that is his intention, right, to use them, because we know that him can't have no bargaining with Donald Trump, and to the fact that he's the person who initiated it makes it worse, Melting Pot. Makes the matter worse. You understand? And trust me, he has to take them, but Jamaica need to understand that, look here, we need to galvanize. You understand? We are not to make not even one landed in a Jamaica. They need to go to Andrew Holness yard. If anything, if they land in Jamaica, Andrew Holness keep them up at the, keep all of them up at the house. But we are not going to allow Andrew Holness motive to be executed, because we know that Andrew Holness, you understand? Remember, you know, Jamaica people, let me say this. And one election Andrew Holness had stolen, you know. It is not one election Andrew Holness had stolen. The first time Andrew Holness came into the politics, if you remember, people, I want for you to Google. The very first time he stepped in 1997, Andrew Holness and his political opponent, right, reaching a court for the level of criminality that Andrew Holness carry off with. Andrew Holness again internally with Ardley Shaw. If you remember Melting Pot, in carry off shenanigans with Ardley Shaw.
Yeah, the
leadership person. So now, because remember in a Melting Pot, other day may you come out with the Pegasus, you know, and them can't deny the Pegasus, you know.
No.
We show the people who create the Pegasus, and we show the people, you understand, as it relates to what he said. The man who created Pegasus, the brigadier in Israel Army, said he had used it, Melting Pot. You understand? In several countries, and it has been successful 97%. Now that him say?
30 country and about successful rate of 90% because 27 country get benefit from our tree. Never did benefit.
Exactly. So we highlight all of them things there. You understand? We are tracking, we highlight all these movements because remember, you know, we the play the chess. We the on the chessboard with them and we are watching all our movements. But why not understand? If not understand, send me a melting pot. Reach a level upon the chess. You understand? We don't play chess, you know, we teach it. And I'm not melting pot. Teach chess. So we understand every move that he makes. You understand? So Jamaica, let me just hand over to Wifey to close us out. And as we said, thanks for passing through Mystic Sensation.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As usual, really appreciate each and every one. I just want to, where is it? Just show this to encourage everyone regarding the protest that took place last Tuesday.
Oh, yes.
That it was more than a real success because it was picked up by the Washington Post, and that shows us that the international media is paying attention. It says that over 500 persons were in attendance, but we also have to factor in those who tune in virtually, because that counts as well with the virtual presence. So it was a great success. So let us continue on this path, because the journey of 1,000 miles start with just one step. So be encouraged, everyone. And when we have these advertised, we need to support them as much as possible, whether physically or virtually. We need to make sure that we turn out and support, because we are stronger in numbers. Right, guys? So thank you.
All right, hold on.
Again.
Yeah, I could for the Prime Minister say, I tell the woman say he won't do that. This man take Jamaican people for one income pool, man.
Exactly.
So what him say he won't do it. So why it becomes such a secret deal?
There you go.
Reveal it then. Eh?
Very good question. Very good question.
Why couldn't he reveal it since he won't do that?
Exactly. But
this man need to get. You remember they have a war with 100 years. They need to get as much time in a prison as a 100-year war.
Exactly.
It's a betrayal, man.
Exactly.
Man, betray the people of Jamaica and the country.
Sell out our sovereignty, my brother.
Yeah, man, definitely. But it's again a long time one guy which truly is so interested in listening.
All right, my brother.
Andrew.
Oh, my GoTam coming in. All right, something happened to him Wi-Fi there. Seems like him Wi-Fi, you don't really have that Wi-Fi stream. All right, so my brother, thank you for calling. Right, and I know that whenever you have your Wi-Fi stream, right, another time you will call us back. Bless up yourself. All right,
guys, also remember the t-shirts for Freedom Chapotalism.
Yes.
Which is
which
is characterizing the present
Andrew Honest administration.
So remember, you can reach out to Freedom to get t-shirts. So again, thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate each and every one. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and stay blessed.
And remember, Mystic Sensation will see you again on Thursday. Remember that. All right.
And safe travel on the gravel and bless up yourself.
Bless up yourself.
Melting pot. Bless up. One love.
Blessings.
All right.
Blessings.
Yeah.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew a live great. Hey, hey. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Ha! Hurricane come true and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Your GLP friends, them build high rise, road still full of wood. House pocket to a field, while the nation losing